What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday night. We are going to be watching the Cleveland Guardians and the New York Mets from Citi Field. Welcome on in. It's a beautiful Friday evening here in Cleveland. Unfortunately, we are not watching this one from Cleveland. But hey, I don't care. Until we can start winning, I don't want the Guardians back in Cleveland, Ohio anytime soon. We'll see if they can win another one tonight, and we will see if we can get maybe a winning streak going. We got Cal Quantrill on the mound, and I'll tell you right now that we are going to have a good one. I think this is going to be an offensive game tonight. We got Naylor, we got Jose Ramirez back into the lineup. I think we get it done, and I think we are on our way to maybe by mid-June, getting right there with the Minnesota Twins. But hey, first things first, let's get into the lineups tonight. Again, couple changes with the Mets, some massive changes with the Cleveland Guardians that I want to talk about real quick because I actually love it. We talked a little bit about this on Wednesday when they weren't doing anything good. But I think they did do some good changes here, and we'll talk about that in a second. So let's get to the Mets. Same lineup that they went with last night in their series finale. The only difference is Marte was given a night off last night. He'll be in the 6 hole, and Vientos is going to be in with Kana there in the 8 hole there. Is it Alvarez? Yeah, I think Alvarez is in the 9 hole tonight. Now, let's talk about the Guardians lineup. Juan Rosario, Ramirez is back, Naylor's back, and Bell there in the 5 hole. That's what we're used to. That's what we like. We're okay with that. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Jimenez moves up to the 6, which I love. Most of the season he's been in the 7. Straw has now gone into the 7 hole. I'm not hating it. The guy's been hitting this year. Put him there. Brennan, he's a lefty. You put him 8. And Gallagher, absolutely love. All day today. All day I was waiting for the lineups to come out, and I was sitting there like, there's no way Zunino should get a start tomorrow. They should give this young kid Gallagher a chance. So, I love he's back in the lineup. My poll question, I think it's fitting. Will Gallagher be our new everyday catcher? Yes, no, but he should be, or Zunino for life. And if you press Zunino for life, you might absolutely get blocked from my channel. If you guys are coming in, happy Friday to you. I think we do actually have a very good matchup tonight. Again, we have a pitcher in Quantrill who has struggled at times, but that was more in the beginning of the season. He has come on very strong and looked decent. He's going to go up against somebody I believe we know pretty well, Carrasco. He's not doing very well, 8.56 ERA. So let's see if we can't take care of things. I saw Al made a nice comment there. Hopefully it does have a good mindset. I hope we have a good mindset, and I hope we admit that we were wrong. Not we. I'm not lumping myself in with that decision. That they were wrong with picking up Mike Zunino and thinking he was going to do something. And hey, what's up, Billy Joe? Yeah, I saw Pitt's up 1-0. We'll get into all the scores here in just a little bit as everything's just kind of underway at the moment. So, lots going on. Appreciate y'all stopping in. Hopefully it's a good night of baseball. Just getting ready to go here from Citi Field. I will get you updated on some scores. Probably at the end of the first inning, we'll let some of these games develop a little bit more. 3 keys to the game. You know what? I'm beating a dead horse here. Offense, pitching, and the bullpen. I mean, that's until something really goes awry, or we get any of those 3 really straight. I think that's always going to be the 3 keys to the game. But you know what? That's for every team in the entire major leagues. Yeah, those 3 things pretty important to a game. But we come in here again. We are only 3.5 games behind the Minnesota Twins. They have a game in hand, so essentially, if you win that, you're only really 3 games back in the loss column. So, I like the Mets here to maybe give us some trouble. Carrasco's going to try against his old club to take it to us. So, same with Lindor. In fact, I kind of like Lindor over 1.5 bases tonight. We'll see what he does against Quantrill. But yeah, it should be a good one. again, Carrasco 0 for 2, 8.56 on the season. 8 walks, 8 strikeouts, and opponents are almost hitting 260 off of him tonight. So, you know, I feel a little bad. I was a huge Carrasco fan back in the day when he was with the Indians, so we'll see. Steven Kwan to start things off. Ramirez is the guy who's leading the lineup in batting average, but Steven Kwan is second at 269. No, we have nobody over 300. And Gallagher, who got a hit yesterday, our catcher, who's batting ninth, he's batting 070. And you know what? I know Mike Zunino's batting 166, but I don't care. The guy's, he's awful. So, here we go. We're about to get underway here. Lindor playing short like he normally does against his old team. We'll see if he is, up for maybe having a good outing. But Will Little is going to be behind home plate. If I'm not mistaken, Will Little, actually, when he umps, the games go quite high into the run. So I wouldn't be surprised if this game goes over and there's a ton of runs. If I'm not mistaken, he has a very lax strike zone. So pitchers might have to work tonight to try to get some outs. We'll see. Steven Kwan steps up. And Carrasco's getting ready for a first pitch here. Looks like it's military night in Citi Field. The Mets wearing the green military caps. And we are just about underway with the first pitch. Carrasco sets and delivers to Steven Kwan here. A beautiful night in Citi Field. 94-mile-an-hour strike down the middle. And we are underway here in Citi. So, welcome on in. Sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready. I think tonight's going to be a good one. 0-1 to Steven Kwan starting off. And now it's 1-1 even after that ball was outside of the zone. So, I'll tell you right now, I did look at my standings as a live streamer with the Cleveland Guardians. I'm actually 9-8. I'm 9-8, but it feels so much worse as there is ball number 2. It feels so much worse, quite honestly, because I started, I believe, 8-4. I started 8-4. And I'm only 1-4 over the last couple of weeks here. So hopefully the Guardians can make me 10-8 for them when I live stream, but we'll see. 2-1 pitch to Kwan, fouled off, and it's even at 2-2. Citi Field is, out of the two ballparks, this is going to be so, controversial, or what a hot take I'm about to say. Out of the two ballparks in New York, I really could care less to go to Yankee Stadium. I actually want to go to Citi Field more. Kwan's going to bloop this to the second baseman in shallow right field, and that is the first out of the inning. But yeah, I really could care less to go to Yankee Stadium. Anybody been to either or, Yankee or Citi Field? I just think Citi Field looks like a much nicer stadium to be in from on TV. Yankee Stadium to me looks very bland, and it just does not impress me as somewhere I want to go. So, I don't know. Ahmed Rosario leading batting second here, 247, only 1 home run, 8 RBIs. He's kind of had a little bit of the Mike Zunino bug with some strikeouts. First pitch to him is going to be grounded up the middle for a single, and that is going to put a runner on first with 1 down here in the top of the second. Now, I don't mind him swinging at the first pitch when there's nobody on, but this guy's consistently swinging at the first pitch when we have runners in scoring position, and it just has not worked out well. So, good job there getting on base. And Carrasco's going to have to deal out the stretch now to Jose Ramirez, back from bereavement. Alia, we're in the old Yankee Stadium once. What did you think? Is it just a nostalgic place? It's not, I feel like there's much better stadiums out there. First pitch to Ramirez outside, 88. And I wonder if Rosario's going to run here. I know they don't typically like to run with Jose at the plate, but we'll see. We'll see if there's a green light. When we're winning baseball games, we run more, and I'd like to see us do that. Carrasco does check on Rosario over there. Alonso does not even look back after he catches the ball. So, 1-0 to Jose Ramirez, who's batting .285 on the season. He's been, as usual, our only very bright spot in the lineup for the most part. That is outside, and it's 2-0 to him. Ramirez wearing some really bright green shoes. Yeah, Fenway, I haven't been there either. I was trying to get there for a hockey game, actually, this past year when the Penguins played there, as there is a ball 3. And I told you, Little's got a very, very tight strike zone. That looks like it might have been up there for a strike, but he called it ball 3. It's 3-0 here to Ramirez. Fenway's another one I want to go to. I really don't want to sit by the Penske pole, though. I was told I should sit in that area, as there's a 4-pitch walk to Ramirez, and now there's runners on first and second, and let's go. Let's go. Let's get something started. Let's put a crooked number up right away. Can we do it one time? Let's go. Josh Naylor, who's before he got a little injured there on that play at first base, he had 3 home runs in 3 straight games. All of them meant something, put us up in the lead a couple times. One was a game winner. So let's see if Naylor can get on to what he was playing right before he got that little tweak of an injury. Naylor, 2 runners on, 1 out. Carrasco from the stretch. First pitch to Naylor is down, and that is 5 straight balls by Cookie. Woo! Cookie doesn't want any part of his old team here in the heart of the order. It looks like because of military night, the Guardians are wearing the green caps too, but they're also wearing military armband like sleeves on a lot of their arms there. So interesting. 2-0 to Naylor, and it's 6 straight balls from Cookie. 2-0. Al, I'd love to, but not many ports go. No, there's not many ports. Even Miami, that isn't even in Miami. We'd have to cruise past and then drive back up. And Tampa's in St. Petersburg. You know, that's 30 minutes from the port. I'm trying to think of other ports. You know, San Diego's isn't... I know, yeah, Jim Brown died. Bus trip. Yeah, it'd have to be a bus trip for sure. 2-1 here to Naylor. And that is up and out of the zone. And it's 3-1. And Cookie is really struggling here at the plate. Interesting fact about Carlos Carrasco that I'm going to divulge. It's not me, it's my wife. And I'm not allowed to say. Oh, but that was like 2 years ago. Okay. Never mind. I didn't realize she has an NDA. And Naylor rips that, and it is gone. 3-0, 1-2-3, out of the park, and there is a crooked number. That is exactly what I am talking about. Oh, man. Cookie knew it. They didn't even have to look. It was as fast as it was to the plate. It was out of the park. Let's go. 3-0 Cleveland with 1 out here in the top of the first. An absolute bomb out of Naylor. And I don't know what has gotten into Naylor, but he is just a menace right now. He is absolutely on a tear. Just unbelievable. Oh, this is just a fantastic start. So, 3 runs in, only 1 out. Josh Bell is the hitter, and he's going to take... I'm telling you, I told you before we started, Little has a extremely small strike zone, as Bell took a ball 1 there. And a lot of these pitches by Cookie, I mean, they're borderline could be strikes. There's another one finally called a strike, and it's 1-1 to Bell. So Naylor absolutely loved it. That is down low. It's 2-1. 2-1. So, 3-0 count, or I'm sorry, 3-0 score, 2-1 to Bell. He rolls this over. It's going to just trickle foul of the first baseline down the right field line, and we'll do it at 2-2. This is the crooked number we needed. Battenfield's on the DL. I don't think that's the worst thing, though, Al. I'm not, that's okay with me. That just means there'll be less home runs given up by our pitching staff. There's a ball in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Cookie hasn't thrown but 20 pitches in the top of the first, and they trail 3-0. This is the start that we needed. Let's go. 3-0, 1 out. This game could go on for 4 hours. Bell gets a hold of this one, drives it to deep center, but there's plenty of room out there, and it is caught for the second out. So, we are going to get Jimenez coming up. This was, I believe this is my guy today on my free pick. By the way, my free pick of the day was Washington, and I think the Tigers over 9. And my streak is, I think, Jimenez over 1.5. Or maybe that was yesterday. I can't remember. They all come. What was my streak player today? I think it was Jimenez, right? I think Arizona just tied that game up, by the way, 1-1. I just saw a home run. 1-0 to Jimenez, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Yeah, I think it was Jimenez today. Jimenez was my streak bet. Over 1.5 total bases. I like this guy. Yeah, thanks, Alfred. I remembered after I remembered you commenting on it. 1-1 count to Jimenez. That is swung on and missed. He looked pretty foolish on that. He's got, you know what I don't like about Jimenez? He gets in these rhythms where he just kind of like slaps at pitches instead of taking that full swing. I hate it. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. It is 3-0 Cleveland already here in the top of the first. We have not had this in forever. This is just a fantastic start. Now, we've scored runs, but usually it's just a single run. And now we're sitting at a nice crooked number there on the board. 1-2 to Jimenez, and that's awful. That's a bet. He's not going to get over one. With that swing, he's not going to get over 1.5 bases. So it's the bottom of the first, but the Cleveland Guardians put a 3 spot on the board on Josh Naylor's jack out of Citi Field, and we are going strong. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's get into some scores. Arizona, as I mentioned, they just tied things up against Pittsburgh. 1-1 there. Yankees bottom 3, 1-0 lead over Cincinnati. Milwaukee and Tampa 0-0 top 4. Detroit a 3 spot in the first as well against the Nationals. That's bottom 1. Cubs 0-0 with Philadelphia. Baltimore just underway against Toronto. That's at zeros. And Seattle, Atlanta just kicking off. That hasn't even been a first pitch yet. So lots going on. Yeah, my Patreon streak hasn't begun yet. That's right. I forget which one that is. That is, God. I have them written down. I just need to look at them. What was that one? That was, oh, Alex Bregman. Yeah, that was Bregman. Yeah, we've had our free picks have been on a nice streak. We're going for our 6th day in a row. The Patreon picks have been on a nice streak. We're going for our 5th winner in a row. And our streak, even though we're not going far in our streak, we kind of get, like 1, 2, 3, and then head back to the start. So, I mean, if you were betting them and not really rolling them over, you'd probably be doing pretty well at this point. But yeah, baseball has been good to us for the season so far. That is by far my best. This in hockey is by far my best 2 leagues, and then it's probably I'm gonna have to say college basketball, and then college football, and then NFL and basketball. Yeah, so if you guys are coming in, smash that like button. It's bottom of the first. Cal Quantrill records 2-2, ERA 3.97. Walks 15. That is kind of a little bit of a concern, as there's ball 1 to Nemo starting things off for the Mets. 298 on the season, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs, and that is in there for a strike, and it evens the count at 1-1. So, Quantrill, who really struggled in that April month, has come on lately, done a nice job. That's outside, 2-1. And I will say this about Cal. He's shown me that he can go 5 or 6. He reminds me a little of Battenfield, not giving up too much runs. The only difference is he doesn't give up the long ball as much. 3-1 now to Nemo to start things off here with the New York Mets. Bryce Harper, I believe, did he just double? I think Bryce Harper might have just doubled. We'll see. There's a swing and a miss by Nemo, and it's 3-2. Full count here to start things off. The one thing I do like about Cal is if we can get him into his rhythm that he has been in his career, he can strike people out, and he does right there. Starts off the game with a nice strikeout to Nemo, and that's a great couple pitches there with Francisco Lindor coming up, and we'll see what he does here against his former team a few years ago. It's a guy that I thought we should have hung on to, but then quite honestly, you look at what he's done with the Mets, and it hasn't been as impressive as you would have thought. Sometimes, as there's strike one at the knees, I'll tell you, sometimes with some of our better players in Cleveland, especially from the Guardians standpoint, I will tell you 100% that I do think there is going to be a line drive to short, and there's 2 outs. I do think some of these guys that are quote-unquote very good Guardians hitters, sometimes it's just because of how bad our offense typically is. They may get made to look a little bit better. So maybe that's what happened with Francisco Lindor. Jeff McNeil, 282 on the season. This guy's a good hitter. I like Jeff McNeil. I think he's good. He's going to be a good hitter for a long time, or he has too. That is in there for a strike. That's McNeil looks at Little there, the home plate umpire, doesn't agree, and I would say that's not consistency. That was well off the plate if we're going by Little's strike zone. That, again, just off the strike zone, and this one called a ball. So 1-1 to McNeil. Quantrill, 2 quick outs here in the first. Guardians lead 3-0. And we'll see if we can't get McNeil out and maybe put up some more runs in the second. I would love... We have not, by the way, as I mentioned on Wednesday, we have not won a game by more than 4 runs. And that is off the plate. And check swing, and he went. So, wow, he gets him to go around on a breaking ball inside, and it's 2-2 to McNeil. So, let's see if we can't get a strikeout again. That is low and in the dirt, and we'll do it at 3-2 for the second time. We'll do it at 3-2 for the second time today in this early outing here by Quantrill. And that is at the knees. Oh, he got him! And McNeil is furious. Oh, man. Oh, McNeil is having words with the umpire. It's not as heated. But I sure with Buck Showalter, if this continues to be a problem tonight, Buck Showalter is not going to shy away from getting kicked out of a game. So we go top 2. Cleveland Guardians 3 and the New York Mets 0. Let's go. Let's get it done. Absolutely would love to get a win to start the series. Hey, maybe we could win a series and then win a second. When's the last time we won 2 series? It had to be at the start of the season because we just won our first one in a month against the Angels last weekend. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Oh, all right. Well, not too much else going on in the majors. We'll get you updated. If you're coming in, say hello. Smash the like button. It's Friday night. I hope everybody had a great week and has some good plans for the weekend. Remember, next weekend is a holiday weekend. It's a nice 3-day weekend. I will be back on Sunday night. I am going to do the Sunday night baseball game. I will do that. And then looking ahead to future telecasts, for those of you that care, I am not going to be... we'll do Sunday night baseball. I'm not going to do any of the White Sox, but I will do Friday the 26th. And it might just be Friday the 26th because, quite honestly, on that Saturday... the 27th, my wife and I, we have to run 11 miles for our marathon training, so I might not be back. I don't think I can do an afternoon game the next day. And then I'll probably do one against Baltimore. So, yeah. I've already done, 9 and 8? This is my 18th telecast. I'm going to at least do 60, maybe more during the season. Looking forward to you hanging out with me, having a good time. And hopefully that's some Guardians wins. That's the one thing I want the most. I don't care if nobody watches me. Let's just get a Guardians win each and every night. That is a first pitch strike to Miles Straw, the number 7 hole hitter tonight. And let's see what he does here for his first time this season in this spot. I think it's his first time, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. Straw takes one low, and it's even at 1-1. So, Straw, 231, 42 games this season, has not hit a home run. This might be a guy I'm going to start betting to hit a home run. Because he does have power. And oh my gosh, did he do it right there? It's deep to left. Off the top of the wall. And it's going to be a stand-up double for Straw. Wow. How awesome would that have been if he hit a home run there? Man, maybe I need to start getting my, I need to start betting him now because he took a ride into that to left center field, and that hits the top of the wall. It's probably 3 feet farther, and it's gone. He just ropes that. You know, I was a little decoyed, and I think that's what they were trying to do there. It looked like maybe it wasn't going that far. The left fielder just, I think, was trying to decoy Miles Straw, but I don't know why. I mean, there's nobody on and nobody out, so, you know, he's going to run regardless. But yeah, he just played it off the wall real nice. So Will Brennan's going to be up with a runner on second and nobody down, and this is what I'm talking about, guys. Can we come back and start adding runs immediately in these games? Brennan takes one outside, and it's 1-1. And against Carlos Carrasco, I think we can. I think this is a guy that we can do that with. He's not a good pitcher this year, and it hasn't been for a while. So we'll see. We'll see what he does. There's an awful swing and a miss by Brennan. That didn't look good at all. It's quite embarrassing, quite frankly. All right, 1-2 to Brennan. 1-2. Carrasco already 32 pitches into this game. Straw takes his lead at second. Nobody out. And Brennan's going to roll this to the pitching area of the mound, and it's going to be thrown out. So runner moves over. We're going to get Straw go to third. There's one out. And this is going to tell me right now if the Guardians are for real tonight. With a runner on third with less than 2 outs, can the Guardians score this run? It's been something that we've really struggled with all season long. We just haven't been able to do a good job of that. I really would absolutely love just a sac fly here. And it's going to be the number 9 hole hitter in Gallagher. And he got a hit last night, the first hit of May. It went to the 18 days into May before a catcher got a hit for the Cleveland Guardians. Let's see if he can. I don't even need him to get a hit here. I just like him to get a sac fly. 1-0 pitch coming up to him. And that is swung on, and that should drop for a single, and Gallagher gets a hit. Straw's going to score, and it's 4-0 Cleveland Guardians with a runner on first and just 1 out here in the top of the second. And ladies and gentlemen, if there's not a call to from the organization to the dugout, Mike Zunino at this moment should be on a plane and go to Columbus and be in AAA. There's no reason that he should be on this team. In fact, I would imagine in the next 3 days, something happens with Mike Zunino. I mean, Gallagher threw out, 2 guys last night? It was amazing. There's Kwan who's going to ground into a double play, and that will end the inning. But, hey, Gallagher comes up with a single. We add on another run. We go bottom 2. It's 4-0 Cleveland Guardians over the New York Mets. Smash that like button if you're coming in. Let's go, guys. We can get this. Woo! What a start to the game for the Cleveland Guardians. Absolutely love it. Updates around the league. Atlanta taking a 1-0 lead over the Seattle Mariners. That's bottom 1 there. And Philadelphia is up 1-0, but the Cubs have bases loaded, nobody out in the top of the second. So we'll see what happens in that situation. You got to imagine they're going to put at least one run up. The 9-hole hitter, Madrigal, is up at bat with the top of the order ready to roll over. So we'll keep you updated if anything big happens there. It is Friday night. It's Guardians and Mets, and welcome on in. Glad y'all could be here. Smash that like button if you could. I just really want to get up to 20 likes. We haven't been to 20 likes in forever. We're just stuck on 12. I know we can get up to 20. We've been up to 68. We got to do it one time. Maybe the Guardians just need to start winning. Start winning. All right. So, let's see what happens. By the way, the Cubs did just score 2 runs. Madrigal did get a single up the middle, and that, it just scored 1. Or no, it did score 2. So, Runners on the corners, still nobody out, and the Cubs have a 2-1 lead over the Phillies in that one. Woo! Let's go. Guardians looking good early on, and I told Tito months ago to change this lineup around, and he finally did, and look what happens. He put up 4 runs in 2 innings. I mean, come on. 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, no runs on no hits, no errors, going into the bottom of the second, and we are going to see Pete Alonso come up. He's got power. He can do some damage, but the nice thing is he's starting the inning off. So Quantrill, first pitch to him. That is right down the middle at 94, and it is 0-1 to Alonso. So, check swing there by Alonso, and he did not go. I thought it was down the middle, to be quite honest with you. I have no idea where that pitch was. Maybe the home plate umpire just got mixed up because Gallagher asked where or if he checked or not. Now it's 2-1 as Quantrill's missed on his last 2 pitches. Come on, man. Get those pitches in there. This little guy is awful when it comes to the strike zones. That is popped up a mile high, but right to Miles Straw. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the second. So around the infield, you got Ramirez, Rosario, Jimenez, and Bell, and behind the plate, Mr. Cam Gallagher absolutely is gonna. In my opinion, he's the starter on this team moving forward. That is outside at 95 miles an hour. If you want to keep 2 catchers and keep Zunino on the bench, I'm more than okay with that. Make that guy have to watch somebody else. By the way, I absolutely love our poll so far, as there's going to be a double down the right field line by Beatty, and that is going to be, runner on first with 1 down. Oh, man. Quantrill just left that a little too far inside, and he just turned on it. And now the Mets have something cooking. Runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Anyways, Gallagher, looked really good last night. He threw 2 people out, I believe, at second base trying to steal, and he got the hit. I mean, I think what has helped him is just seeing Mike Zunino struggle so much and say, hey, if I start doing something, maybe they'll want to keep me up here for a long time. First pitch to Sterling Marte, that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Marte did not play last night. He did pinch hit. 238 on the season, 1 home run. I took this guy on my fantasy team. I think it's time for me to drop him. Just at 301 with an on-base percentage, and that is in there for a ball, so it's 1-1 to Marte. I'll tell you, he's not doing what I thought he'd do. We'll see. So 1-1 count to Marte. 4-0 lead for the Guardians if you're just joining us, and that is down low. And a check swing, he did not go, and it's 2-1. If you're coming in, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. Welcome in. It is Mets and Guardians here on Friday Night Baseball. 2-1 count to Marte. Runner on second, and that is swung over and missed. A nice change up there at 88. And it is 2-2. Quantrill checks the runner at second, sets and delivers, and that is swung on, and a 3rd strikeout already in the game for Quantrill. That's the 2nd out of the inning, and this young man looks poised ever since he got off to a rough start there in the month of April. He has looked so much better in his last 3 or 4 starts. Just a nice pitch down and in. Marte could not lay off of that one, and it is the 3rd strikeout of the night for Mr. Cal Quantrill. First pitch there, ground ball to third base, and I don't know why Beatty's out at in between third and short. I'm not sure why Ramirez just didn't throw it over to first. It doesn't really hurt anything. We go top 3, and it is Guardians 4 and the Mets 0. I don't know what Ramirez was doing in that situation. If you're coming in, smash that like button. Let's go. Keep me going here on YouTube tonight. Let's have fun. Let's update any scores from around the league. Nothing has changed. because that's how quick the inning was for Cal Quantrill. He just absolutely blew through the next 3 hitters. No runs. There was 1 hit, that double, but no damage done. And that's all we care about when it comes to the scoreboard. Was there damage? No damage. Let's go. So we are at commercial break. 4-0 Guardians. Keeping an eye on other games. I'm watching the MLB Network here on my other TV, and I don't know what. Oh, they're showing the Nationals and the Tigers game, and it's Dog Day. And somebody brought like a 150-pound golden lab to sit on their lap. That's just got to be the most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen. Has anybody out there ever brought their dog to a game? I mean, for dog night, like, I'm thinking you bring like a Chihuahua or like one of those, like a lap dog. Like, who's bringing a 150-pound golden lab? I mean, that thing was massive. Good Lord. The Lake County Captains used to have the dog night, and we actually saw, this was pretty funny, we saw somebody bring a cat on a leash to the dog night. That was an interesting thing. The cat didn't look like it wanted to be there. It laid in the outfield, kind of by the grass area there, and it just did not want to be there. I don't care. I don't know what's worse, a cat on a leash or somebody that takes a cat in a stroller and walks it around the neighborhood. I don't know what's worse. So here we go, top 3. Ahmed Rosario is going to lead things off. He does have the most triples since 2018. Al, I agree, man. The only dog night I like is the dollar dog night. Oh, 1-0 pitch. I have a funny story. I have a funny story about a dollar dog night at the Lake County Captains, as it's 1-1. Maybe I'll get into that at the next commercial break. So, Rosario, 1 for 1 with a single and a run tonight. He scored back in the first inning off of Naylor's home run. Let's see if what he does here. He's taken 3 pitches. That's just unheard of for Rosario. He hasn't swung at any. 2-1 count to him, as that is ball number 2. Cookie sets and delivers, and that is a nubber to first base. Almost found the shift there a little bit. And that's the first out of the inning. That went right off the end of the bat and rolled over to first base. And so here comes Jose Ramirez up. Jose took a 4-pitch walk last time up and really set that table for Naylor to drive in all 3 runs. Carrasco, 40 pitches already through 2 1/3 inning. Really made him work in the first inning. He's done a nice job. It was a quick second inning despite giving up a run there. Ramirez takes a strike. That one's at the knees. Now, to be fair, that is what McNeil earlier in the game was arguing about, and they did call it a strike. So he is being consistent. Jose Ramirez takes one outside, and it's even 1-1. Let's go. Come on. I know Cookie was our friend back in the day, but come on. Let's go. Ooh, swing and a miss. Nice pitch there by Carrasco, and it's 1-2 to Jose Ramirez just off that bereavement leave. I will tell you that I didn't expect too much out of him tonight, but I did appreciate him being patient at the plate with the 4-pitch walk. Maybe that actually, I like when guys do that because I feel like the more they see the pitches later in the game, it's going to benefit them. Not going to benefit Jose here. He made it close at first, but a little ground out, a weak ground ball made it a play there. But 2 outs here in the inning, and we're going to see the number 4 hitter in Naylor, who hit that 3-run home run last time up. And, yep, got Ramirez by about half a step. So close. McNeil does a good job just shoveling that over to Alonso. It's actually probably like 6 inches. Woo! Ramirez got a little bit more speed than he used to, it looks like. So, here's Naylor, who took Cookie deep last time up, and he swings at a first pitch, and he's going to pop it to the third baseman, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd inning for the Guardians. We go bottom 3, 4-0 Cleveland. I would have liked Naylor to make. He just was a little too hungry for another another home run there. All right, scores around the league, and then I got a fun story to tell you guys. All right, anything else change? Nothing changed. All right. So while we're at commercial break, it was dollar dog night at the Lake County Captains game a few years ago. It was pre-COVID, and the coolest thing was I got to invite my uncle, and he came, and we had season tickets right behind home plate. And my uncle, he walks in, and he meets us. Like, first, he's never on time with anything, and he meets us in like the third inning. And we stand up to greet him as we're sitting in our seats, and he's got a cooler with us, or cooler with him, and he sets it down next to my feet. And me being me, I'm like, "What'd you bring in the cooler?" And I open it up, it's empty. The cooler is empty, and I was like, "What are you doing? Like, why did you bring an empty cooler?" And he's like, "It's dollar dog night, man. We're getting these dogs to go." I kid you not. At the end of the game, this guy had the entire cooler filled with dollar dogs. He walked right out of it. I told him, I'm like, "You're not going to be able to take that out." He's like, "Dude, I'm like 75 years old. Nobody's going to stop me with this thing." He did, and nobody did. He walked right out with an entire cooler filled with dollar dogs. I don't know what he did with the dollar dogs. I imagine he ate it for about 3 weeks, but that was crazy. Yeah, I saw Billy Joe Pitt did take a lead in Detroit now 6-0 over Washington, and that is unfortunate. There was an error there that let the top of the third still go. So, absolutely nuts. So anyway, that's my dollar dog story. It's I'll just never forget that day where my uncle brought an empty cooler and then walked out with like 30 hot dogs. First pitch here in the bottom of the third to start things off. Cal Quantrill. 5 starts in April, as I mentioned, bad. 1-2, 5.40 ERA, and it is now below 2.5 here in May. So a nice job in his last few outings. 0-2 now to Canna? I think it's Canna, right? I think it's Canna. It's not Kana. I think it's Canna. 0-2, and that is in the dirt, and it's 1-2. So let's see if we can't get a nice win. Let's hold this lead. We'll see what the bullpen does. I assume Cal's going to get through at least 5 tonight pretty easily. We'll see, though. And there's his 4th strikeout of the night. And that is what I like to see. If we can get this Cal Quantrill back for the season with Bieber and maybe the offense going, maybe not all is lost. Maybe, and I know it's like a little bit of an overreaction. It's a little bit of an overreaction when it comes to the Guardians/Indians over the past few years, as they can't get anything going in the first 90 days of a season, it seems like. But maybe this year, even though we've overreacted on how bad their offense is, maybe we will get it going. And who knows? Maybe by the end of the season, we're in the top 10 in hitting. That would be crazy. It would be crazy. But with that said, over the past 2 weeks, we have crept. We're now the 5th worst team at 230, and with a couple of good games, we could jump out of the top or the bottom 10 in the league. So, looks like, by the way, the Cincinnati Reds manager already got thrown out in that Yankees game. 2-1 here to Alvarez, the number 9 hole hitter. That's fouled off, and it's 2-2. So Alvarez at the plate, 9-hole hitter with Nemo on deck. That is in the dirt, 3-2. Quantrill has yet to walk somebody on the game. Both times, or all 3 times, I think he's been 3-2. He has got the strikeout, if I'm not mistaken. I know at least 2 of the times he did. So here is the 3-2 pitch to Alvarez. The set and the delivery. And it's going to hit him. So he technically has not walked anybody yet. But he does have a hit batsman, and Alvarez stares him down. Alvarez, take your base. Alvarez is one of the weirdest looking dudes in all the majors. This guy looks like he's on the roids. How is this guy not being tested? I love the stare down by the number 9-hole hitter getting hit. Dude, you're going to get hit like 30 times this season. Settle down. Just ridiculous. So Nemo, the leadoff hitter, up for the second time here in the bottom of the third, and that is outside, 1-0 to him. .296 on the season, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. Quantrill delivers strike. Ooh, that looked a little bit high, but they called a strike. 1-1. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's get out of this inning, put some offense back up there. That is going to be flown to left field. Quan has no problems. Just right there at the warning track. Throws it back into second. And there are 2 outs now in the bottom of the third with the number 2-hole hitter. Yes, Mr. Frankie Lindor coming up to bat against his old former team. Now, Quantrill was not with the Guardians, I believe, when he played. So, he probably doesn't know as much with Quantrill as he would normally those other pitchers. But he did a nice job, Quantrill did, to get Lindor out the first time. That is outside at 87. And it's 1-0. Line out to, and he kind of jammed Lindor last time he was up. He went right to the Rosario there at shortstop. So, Frankie Lindor set and the delivery by Quantrill. That's on the... Man, you know, I really have a feeling that one of the Mets coaches or hitters tonight is going to get thrown out of this game because they are taking some pitches that we're just not getting those calls, the Guardians. That is fouled off, and it's 1-2 to Lindor. Yeah, I really think somebody from the Mets is going to get pissed off tonight, especially if they continue to lose this game later in the later stages, and they're just going to complain. So, Francisco down in the count, 1-2, 2 outs, runner on first, and he's going to ground this to second. It's going to be a hard play, but nicely made there by Jimenez. And that is going to do it for the bottom half of the third. We go top 4. It is Guardians 4, New York 0. Let's go. Let's go. Josh Newman, man, you're right. We got to do that. They got to do that. One time for Jim Brown, man. Everybody go put your money on the Browns. God, that's something you don't want. You do not want to hear somebody say that. Go put all your money on the Browns. What? That's some bad advice, right? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. If you guys are coming in, glad to see you. Welcome in. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Let's see if we can't start a series off with a Guardians win. I know we can. We can do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm watching, I don't have the sound on, but a lot of stuff going on right now in the Reds game. I don't know if a pitcher was thrown out and a manager, but just absolute chaos is going on right now in the Reds-Yankees. They keep showing Cincinnati's rocking some slick uniforms tonight. They got the all black with the red, kind of outline of the word Cincy. It's not bad. So, all right. What inning is that game in? Schmidt has got 75 pitches? What inning is that? That's got to be, what are they? What inning are they? Wow, they're in the 3rd inning? No, that's not them. They're in the 5th, and he's got 75 pitches already. All right, I guess that's on pace. We'll see. All right, so here we go. Top 4. Let's see if the Guardians, we got, I believe, 5, 6, 7 coming up. Bell, Jimenez, and then I believe that is going to be tonight. Miles Straw in the 7-hole. Carrasco, 45 pitches in here in the top of the 4th. Bell leads us off. It's a first pitch strike at the knees. At least he's consistent about that low strike. Even if it's close or a little off the plate, he has been calling that a strike. 0-1. That is a ground ball to second base. McNeil's there. He's going to toss over Alonso. And that is the first out of the inning. So Carrasco, who gave up that 3-run homer in the first inning, kind of settled down here. He did give up a run in the second on a single by Gallagher after a double there. Who was that? Who got that? Miles Straw. Yeah, Miles Straw hit a double there. So we'll see. We'll see if we can't just add a couple more runs here and there and then leave it to our bullpen. And then who knows what happens. It might just get exciting come around, I don't know, 9:30, 9:45 might be some very edgy moments. Andres Jimenez, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He is up in this account 1-0, and that is swung on and missed. And it's now 1-1. Let's go. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button for me. Appreciate all the likes tonight. Keep me going here on YouTube. It's a fun Friday night, and Jimenez is going to ground that right back to Cookie, who throws it over, and there's 2 quick outs here in the top half of the Cleveland Guardians' 4th inning. This game is absolutely flying right now. We're just about 45 minutes in the top of the 4th. So this is, despite 4 runs put up in the 1st inning, this game has just been on record pace. So Carrasco, nobody on, 2 outs, and we're going to have Miles Straw, the 7-hole hitter tonight, and he's going to swing and miss on a 92-mile-an-hour up and in fastball. Straw 1 for 1 with that double last time up. Came around to score the 4th run for the Guardians, and he's going to take this out of play, and it's quickly 0-2. Yeah, I saw that, Billy Joe. They keep updating the scores here on the MLB Network, and yeah, crazy. They look good tonight. And it was Reynolds. So 0-2 pitch coming to Straw. That is up high, 1-2. Or no, I'm sorry. Reynolds was the one who walked. So Miles Straw, 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's a good pitch there by Cookie. Can't be too upset. Miles just overswings that one. But do you notice my nature? When we're up 4-0, it's a little bit less, it's subdued. I'm not pissed off that Miles Straw struck out. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. We got a 4-run lead. If we win 4-0, it will be the largest lead that the Cleveland Guardians have ever won by this year. So I'm telling you right now, like, you know what? I think it's a sense of what's in the air, and it's just Mike Zunino not being in the lineup. I think Mike Zunino has a underwhelming, stress level that he adds to just being out there on the field to us fans here in Cleveland. I've appreciated not seeing him for 2 days. I mean, with 3 night games, technically, I don't think you have to give Gallagher a night off. In fact, actually, it's not even a night game tomorrow. Isn't it a day game? Is it 4? 4 or 6? They've been playing those like 4 or 6. Let's see. It's a 4 o'clock game, so I think, well, maybe they play him tomorrow then. We'll see. Mike Zunino could be in tomorrow, but he's out of the lineup. You feel loose, you feel good, you feel less stressed, and you got a 4-0 lead. I mean, when things are going well, I absolutely love this team. When they're not going well, I almost jump ship and go to the Phillies. Not that that's like the best organization. It's just the only person that I reached out to was like, hey, join the Phillies. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll join the Phillies. If you don't give me the stress that the Guardians do, for sure. I mean, that's a good team. They did make the World Series last year, so things haven't looked too great this season. But, Harper was out, and that offense hasn't started clicking like we know they can. So we go bottom 4, and Quantrill will be batting here. Pitching here to the number, I believe it's going to be 3-hitter in McNeil, Alonso, and then Beatty, the number 5. And McNeil, a lefty, is going to take a 90-mile-an-hour fastball inside, and it's quickly 0-1. Tito looks up. By the way, I think it's military week in the MLB, if I'm not mistaken, because every team I'm seeing this week is doing it. There's a fly out to Miles Straw, and there's one down here as Jeff McNeil gets under that one just a little bit. And now we'll see Pete Alonso, the cleanup hitter. This guy had a couple massive swings these past couple days. Since 2020, through 45 games he's got in 2023. 16 home runs this season, but that is second most ever, just one shy of 17. So pretty good start, and a couple of them have won some games. In fact, one of them was that great comeback over the Tampa Bay that kept our free play streak alive. So Pete Alonso looks on and takes one in the dirt, and it's 1-1 here. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, Alonso. Let's get it done. One time, baby. One time. Strikeout. He rips this one. It is going to be caught at the warning track. Woo! All right. There's 2 outs. The second out was definitely a little bit more breathtaking than the first. Miles Straw has to be, in my opinion, and in the chat, I want you to tell me somebody else that you might think is better. But Miles Straw, in my opinion, is the best center fielder, hands down, in the majors. That's my opinion. I think his speed and his leadership out there is bar none the best in the MLB. Change my mind that guy is not the best center fielder defensively in the majors. Brett Beatty, 1 for 1 with a double, and that is going to be outside, and now it is even at 1-1. So Beatty has the only hit of the Mets tonight. Did not come around and score. Was left there stranded on second base. Fouls this off, and it's 1-2. Let's go. One time. Let's go, baby. Come on. Let's get his 5th strikeout. Quantrill. 51 pitches, and that is outside, 2-2. I kind of like the pitch clock in the sense that it makes some of these pitchers just absolutely work at nonstop speed, and that's what we're seeing tonight. It just works. There's a ground ball to second. Jimenez throws it over. Oh, my God. Bell! What are we doing? Oh, you're killing me, Bell. As Bell goes like this. Of course that was your problem. Jimenez makes a throw that is dead center to the chest of Bell. Maybe a little down, but an unexcusable error by Bell. How are you not catching that? Like, what are we doing, Josh Bell? What are we doing there? Now there's a runner on first. Oh, and we are going to have to see Sterling Marte come up, who takes a first pitch strike that wasn't a strike. To be fair. So Marte 0 for 1 with a strikeout last time up. And Quantrill, who has struggled from the stretch, throws. That one's definitely inside, and it's 1-1. Gosh, Josh Bell is killing me. This guy, he's had a few errors now. He's had a few errors this season, just as easy as that. Oh, please don't let that go to anything. Marte swings, and he looked like he had about a 60-degree wedge in his hand as he tried to get that off the grass. Good Lord. So 1-2 coming to Marte. Hopefully Cal can just get this guy, and it's no harm, no foul. But Josh Bell, man, what are we doing? The only reason he's probably playing over there is because Naylor is still 85% with that injury. Quantrill tries to go back into the dirt there to get Sterling to chase, and he does not. So it'll be even here at 2-2. The 2-2 to Marte. That is going to hit him, and that's a second batter that we've hit, and all of a sudden the wheels are coming off. Oh, what are we doing, man? Josh Bell is going to be on my list. He is absolutely going to be on my list if for some reason Vientos, who has no right hitting a home run from the 7-hole here, if he hits something and makes this a game, I'm going to get extremely pissed off at Josh Bell. We can never just have it easy. 2 on, 2 out, bottom 4. Quantrill pitches. That is right there on the top right hand of the corner of the strike zone. And that is going to be a first pitch strike. Vientos, 1 for 5 on the season. He's a DH. He does not get much at bats. And that is going to be a ground ball to third, and Ramirez is going to run over and touch third, and we get out of it. We go top 5. Josh Bell, he almost made us really have a bad night. But, hey, Quantrill comes back, gets who he needed to get, and we go to the top of the 5th. Let's go. Top of the 5th, 4-0. Yeah, Billy Joe, that's what I figured. Military, something, right? Something. So, looks like the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken, looks like the Yankees have taken a little bit of a lead. Rizzo hit a two-run shot. They're up 3-0 on Cincinnati. Let's get you updated on some scores. Pitt, 8-1. Pittsburgh's up 8-1. Woo! I know, Billy Joe, you said that. Sorry, I missed that. Just absolutely destroying Arizona tonight. Woo! Good job by them. Good on them. Like I said, New York 3-0 over Cincinnati. Milwaukee zeros in the top of the 7th with Tampa Bay. A little bit of a pitching outing going on there. You got Detroit 6-0 over Washington. That's our free pick. We had over 9. It's 6-0 in the top of the 4th. The thing that worries me there is, when you're down 6-0, do either teams really start carrying? We'll see. Chicago 4-1 over Philadelphia. That's bottom 3. Baltimore 3-1 over Toronto. That's end of 3. Atlanta's holding on to a 1-0 lead, and everything else that's getting underway is Colorado, Texas getting underway, Oakland, Houston, KC, Chicago White Sox, Dodgers, and St. Louis. So 4 games getting underway right now, and then we got 3 more later. The Twins, you know what? It's not too early. I'm starting to get excited. We're up 4-0. We're in the top of the 5th. I'm going to start talking playoffs because let's see if we can't get these Twins out west against a good Angels offense with Ohtani, Trout, Rendon, Renfroe, and let's see if we can't start creeping back in to the top. I mean, we're 3.5 games out, guys. It feels like we're 8.5, but we are 3.5 games out of first place right now. So let's go. Speaking of dollar hot dog night, Friday, May 26th. Oh, man, I'd love to go. I don't know if the wife will give me the green light to eat 10 hot dogs before we have to do an 11-mile run. So I probably won't be going to that game. Will Brennan, 0 for 1 with a ground out, 208 average. This is another guy that's got to get something going, or he's going to be on my list. There's a strike. It's 1-1 to him. Cookies and Quantrill has been pitching very well here going into the 5th inning. Just a little hiccup on that one pitch, or it would more likely be a 1-0 game for the Guardians. That's in the dirt, and it's 2-1. So, let's get it going. Come on. Let's get it going. One time. Three one. Let's go. Let's get this leadoff. I tell you, if we can start getting the leadoff hitters on base as well, start using our legs a little bit. I mean, how great would that be? Let's start living large. There's a walk, and that will get Brennan on, and maybe that's what we got to get him going with. Just get him a couple walks. Get him on base. Let him steal a base. Let him get a feel for being in the game. Some of these hitters, I will say, I think Gonzalez got a real shaft getting sent down. I don't agree with him at all. If you have to choose between Brennan and Gonzalez, I'm going to choose Gonzalez every single time. I think before that, we were still holding 3 catchers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know officially if we were, though. So, all right. Gallagher, 1 for 1 with an RBI single. This guy's the new catcher of the franchise. And that is right on the corner, and it's 0-2 to him. Come on, let's go. Let's go, Gallagher. This guy could be the new face of the organization. The 0-2 pitch to Gallagher. And that is going to be swung on and foul down the left field line. That's not bad. And when I say foul down the left field line, I mean it trickled foul left of third base and rolled down the left field line. Oh, JD! No, sir! Did you press it? No! JD, I know you weren't here before, but I said if anybody presses that, I might have to block them from my channel. I kid, though. You're a good friend of the channel. And Brennan steals second base, and that's exactly what I was talking about. A little bobble there behind the plate, but we now have a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Cam Gallagher is up, and he could get another RBI single with a hit here. If you're coming in, smash that like button. Let's get up to 20 likes today. Let's go, guys. I know we can do it. Alvarez bobbled that. I'm not sure he had him at anyway. And Cam Gallagher strikes out. So I'm not going to get on Gallagher. He got an RBI single. He has done more in the last 2 games than Zunino's done in the last month of a season. So I'm absolutely loving this young kid. I think he should be the face of the franchise. There's 1 out, still runner in scoring position in Brennan. And now we are going to see the number 1 hitter in Steven Kwan, who's kind of been up and down lately. This guy, you know, he's had some good games. He's had some bad games. That's off the plate, and Carrasco starts him off with a ball there. I'd like to see him be just a little bit more consistent, whether that is more of like, you know, a 1 for 4 or a 1 for 3 and a walk. I'll take that any day of the week. He did ground into a double play last time up. I wasn't a big fan of that. And with his speed, if he's grounded into a double play, he at least hit the ball hard at shortstop. 2-0 to him, though. Let's see if we can't get him and Brennan on for our 2-3-4 hitters. That is going to be a ground ball. That is right up the middle. Thank God nobody's on first, because that would have been another double play. Runner moves over to third base. So we got a runner on third with 2 outs here, and Ahmed Rosario is coming up to the plate. Let's see if we can't get something going. Maybe a bloop single with him. Now, there's a runner on base, and every time there's a runner on base and in scoring position, Rosario will swing at one of the first 2 pitches. Usually it's the first one. Let's see if that holds true. Rosario swings at the first pitch, and it's strike 1 because he went golfing, and the ball literally rolled from the dirt into the glove. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. That single did come on this the first pitch he saw in his first at bat. He's 0-1 in the count here. I told you, this guy just is, everybody knows how to pitch to him. He swung again at the second pitch, down and away. I'm telling you, the MO is out on this guy, and they know what he wants to do every time he's up with runners in scoring position. He's got to change up his game. I mean, he would be in a 2-ball count right now. And if you remember from earlier this week, as the 0-2 pitch is fouled off, if you remember earlier in this week, when he did have nobody on and he saw some pitches, he got a ball right down the middle of the plate that he almost knocked out. So he's just got to be a little bit more patient. I've been saying that about him all year, but he's just got to do it. That's the thing. The 0-2 pitch coming to Rosario with a runner on third. That is swung on. Spoiled a nice pitch there, though. I will say that. He did spoil a nice pitch there. So 0-2. 0-2 to Rosario. 2 outs. Runner on third. 4-0 Guardians. Carrasco, this will be his 72nd pitch of the evening. He'll probably go 6. That one, well, not if he throws like that. That hit about 12 feet before the plate and one-hopped the catcher. And it's 1-2. He had 26 pitches in the first inning, and then he had 3 straight innings of 10 pitches or less. That included a 10-pitch, 1-run inning we took off of him in the second. But he struggled here. This will be his 19th pitch of the 5th. And it's going to be a 1-2 to Rosario with a runner on third. That's Brennan. Takes a lead. Carrasco looks his way. And that is ripped into left. That's a single. And that is going to score a run. And look at Rosario coming through in the clutch, adding another run. And this is how the Guardians win games. This is how the Guardians win games. They go out there and they get those big hits with 2 outs. And that's what I like to see. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Rosario having a nice game. 2 hits and an RBI and a run. Love to see it. So, Jose Ramirez coming up next. I think we had a visit to the mound, if I'm not mistaken. We did. They are not taking him out, though, just maybe to get somebody warmed up, just in case he can't get the 3rd out here in the 5th inning. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. It's good to see everybody here on a Friday night. Beautiful Friday in Cleveland, Ohio. Looks like it's nice out there in New York. Ramirez, runner on first, 2 outs, 5 in for the Guardians. This is the best offensive explosion I can remember in a long time, especially from a lot. I think we have to go all the way back to when we played the Oakland A's when I live stream to have kind of this nice of a performance this early in a game. So 1 on, 2 outs. Ramirez is 0 for 1 and a walk on the day. Cookie sets and delivers. That is down low, ball 1. .283 average, 4 home runs, 22 RBIs for Ramirez. The 1-0, it is swung on, that is lifted deep and far down the right field line, and that ball is foul. Woo! You had to stand there if you were Ramirez and the home plate umpire and just see where it went, and it just goes foul. He misses it very close. To be honest, if you had to replay that, if it was just a little bit closer, I don't know what you would have called it, because I think it was well above the foul pole. He rips another one foul, and it's 1-2 to Ramirez. So he took that one for a ride. That's almost the exact same spot that Carrasco left the ball up and in, or I'm sorry, in and down for Josh Naylor there in the first inning. The 1-2 to Carrasco with a runner on first and 2 outs. That's up high. It evens the count at 2-2. And Carrasco's starting to struggle a little here. He's now over, I believe, 25 pitches in this inning. This is where I'd like to see Rosario run. You got to run in. You got 2 outs. Let's see if you can't get that runner in scoring position. The 2-2. That is down low, and it's 3-2. And he should be running here. He should be running here. This could be the last hitter for Carrasco if he cannot retire Jose Ramirez. I'm not sure they let him pitch again to Naylor. The 3-2 pitch. That is fouled off the leg of Ramirez, and we'll do it again. Let's go. Let's go. So this will be the 80th pitch for Cookie here in the 5th inning. Wheels have kind of fallen off a little bit this inning, although he's only given up 1 run. He just hasn't had the command that he's had for, most of the inning. And that is going to be a ground ball to second, and he's going to get Ramirez to ground out, and that will end the 5th for the Cleveland Guardians. They get 1 more, though, and it's 5-0 Cleveland over the New York Mets as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Woo! Guys, this is such a great game, man. This is fantastic. Smash that like button if you're just excited for us to be ahead 5-0. Oh, man. A lot of great games going on. But I love Friday nights in baseball. Fridays and Sunday afternoons have to be my favorite. And maybe Wednesdays. Fridays, Sundays, Wednesdays have to be my favorite days for baseball. Friday nights, man, you just got so much going on, and it goes into the wee hours of the evening. Sunday, man, right after brunch or lunch or whatever you do on Sundays, you get home, that 1 o'clock hour starts, and you just got games all the way up until that premier game at Sunday Night Baseball. Looking forward to that. I will be live. It is Guardians and Mets for that one. In fact, the good news, the great news is, who do we get to see on Sunday Night Pitch? If I'm not mistaken, let me get this right. Sunday, we are going to see, it's Shane Bieber against Justin Verlander. So I am looking forward to that. Let's go. Looking forward to that one. What else? Oh, and then Wednesday afternoons, man. I love just sitting here at home, turning on the TV at like noon and you watch baseball all day long. So those are my 3 favorite days for sure. Absolutely love them. All right. So we go bottom 5. Cal Quantrill is going to be coming out, obviously, for the bottom of the 5th. He's looked very good. And we'll see what he does. Hopefully another 1, 2, 3 inning. That would be fantastic. So, bottom 5, 5-0 Tribe. I was going to say Tribe. I caught myself. I was going to say 5-0 Tribe. It is still the Tribe, but I was going to say it. 0-1 now to Kana. Kana? I don't know. Cal, the 0-1, that is low. No, I'm sorry. I'm telling you, one of these hitters is getting... Yeah. Mark Kana just says... He just said, yeah, that was low. It was low, Mark. Yes, sir. But it is 0-2. And that is swung on. That goes back to Cal. He bobbles it. He throws over to first, and they get him by a hair. And there's one out in the bottom of the fifth. What a nice play there. And I'll tell you, Mark is not happy about that last call. Cal's telling the trainer to stay back in. He's fine. He's fine. You don't have to go back out. That guy's fine. Where's it hit him? It hits him on the back of the thigh, right above the knee. And he walks over, plants his foot, gets him. Ooh, he did grimace there, so maybe, well, the trainer doesn't look like he did come out. He did. There was a little bit of a grimace there. So one out here in the fifth, that is a ball at 88. Thank you. And that is strike one. 1-1 here to Alvarez, the number 9-hole hitter, or what I call an Oompa Loompa on steroids, because that's what this guy looks like. The 1-1 pitch. And it's swung on, 95-mile-an-hour fastball blown right by him by Cal Quantrill. And it's 1-2. Let's go. Let's get it. That one's in the dirt, and it is now 2-2. The 2-2 to Alvarez, and that is right there. Oh, that... I mean, I don't know what Little's doing behind home plate, but he's obviously not keeping track of what he's calling balls and strikes to other hitters. That was right there for strike three. It's 3-2, and it doesn't matter. He's going to foul that off, and we'll do it again at 3-2. I was about to say it doesn't matter. He got him anyway, but Alvarez did do a nice job there, fouling that one off. So 3-2 count, one out, nobody on, bottom five. And Quantrill is going to give up a home run. Alvarez absolutely just destroyed that, and the little munchkin on steroids makes it 5-1. I'm pretty upset about that, but I can't get too mad because, in all honesty, I mean, we've had some bogus calls that I thought were strikes that were balls against our hitters. Cal had a strike three put out, but Alvarez just absolutely destroyed that pitch right down the middle by Quantrill, and it ends up in the left field seats. I mean, it's just absolutely destroyed. Both home runs tonight, Naylor and Alvarez, just no doubters. Just no doubters. So that cuts the lead 5-1. I'm okay with Cal giving up a solo shot. There's a check swing foul by Nemo, the number 1 hitter here for the New York Mets. It's fine. Let's just get through Nemo and Lindor, and then hey, maybe there's a nice pitch. 0-2 quickly to Nemo, and then let's go to the top of the 6th and get that run back. That's all we got to do, right? So 0-2 to Nemo, who's 0-for-2 on the day. Quantrill working quickly and gets him to strike out on 3 pitches. That's what I'm talking about, and that tells me his maturity level, his leadership stability for this team. He gives up the solo shot, and then he comes back and he strikes Nemo out on 3 pitches. That's the difference between Cal and, Battenfield. Battenfield kept giving up home runs, and, that's the difference between a veteran and a rookie. First pitch to Lindor, that's out of the zone, and it is 1-0 to him. 2 outs, bottom 5, nobody on. Lindor 0-for-2 on the game. And that is going to be a strike on the inside corner. Gosh, I mean, I just feel for some of these Mets hitters. Some of these calls, in my opinion, are just a little horrendous. That's off the plate, and it's 2-1. Tigers added a run, 7-0, top 5 there. Lindor takes a strike down. Gosh, I'm telling you, one of these guys, they are gonna get thrown out of this game. It's probably gonna be late in the game when it doesn't matter, but somebody's gonna make a fuss. 2-2 pitch to Lindor outside, ball 3. We'll do another full count at 3-2. Cal has yet to walk a batter. He's hit 2 of them, but he's yet to walk a batter, and he's been full to about 6 hitters up to this point. Lindor takes a timeout, which is kind of the status quo either when you're down 0-2 or it's a 3-2 count. So not surprised we see that here. The 3-2 to Frankie. That's driven into left center field. It's deep. It is off the wall. And that is going to be a double for Frankie Lindor. And that is what that young man used to do all the time in Cleveland. Wow. He has looked phenomenal in the last couple of games. But he hits a nice one there to left center. And we got a runner on second now with 2 outs. Still not too much damage done in this inning. But you got the big names of McNeil and Alonso coming up. So you definitely don't want to walk McNeil and let Alonso have a chance to make this a 5-1 game. So let's see. Let's see what we do here. There's a timeout. I don't know what we're doing. Maybe a pitch? I don't know. The home plate umpire came out and did something. I have no idea what just happened there. McNeil, runner on second, 2 outs, bottom 5. And hopefully Cal can just get this guy out and we can go to 6. I don't need any more. Let's not make this closer. First pitch to McNeil is outside at 87. That is ball number 1. That is outside, 2-0 to McNeil. Oh, man. And I hope what I said, don't walk McNeil and let Alonso come up to hit a home run. I hope my Nostradamus mentality that I always have, I hope that doesn't come back to bite us in the butt like it normally does. Because if he walks him here and Alonso comes up and hits a home run, it's just a brand new ball game. Come on. Let's go. 2-0 pitch coming up to Jeff McNeil, who's the number 3 hole hitter. And I don't know what we're doing here. We're watching on the screen, we're watching Frankie Lindor say hello to Rosario and Jimenez. Maybe there's a timeout? I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. Maybe McNeil took a timeout there. Here we go. 2-0 pitch from Cal. That is swung on and fouled off down the left field line. It's 2-1. Let's go. Come on, Cal. Get out of this inning, man. One time. Just one time, get out of the inning. That is going to be fouled off again, and it's 2-2. So, let's go. Come on. One time, baby. One more pitch. Let's get out of this. New York 6 games back already of the Atlanta Braves. Miami only 4.5 games back. Like I said, Philly's struggling. They're 7. Washington, even though they they took some games from us, they're one of the worst in the majors. McNeil fouls that one off again. We'll do it for a third time here at 2-2. Come on, baby. Come on, Cal. Let's get that 6th strikeout. Let's do it. Let's do it. Does he have 6? It's something like that. Let's go. 2-2 pitch coming up. God, Billy Joe, man, they're just destroying Arizona tonight. There's a single up the middle. Gosh! Come on! Lindor's going to score, and there's going to be a runner on first, and I know it's only still 5-2, but, like, come on. That one pitch to Alvarez, too, I just keep seeing it in my head. I thought that was strike 3, but I'm not going to get on him too much behind home plate. It's 5-2 with a runner on first with Alonso coming up, and with one swing of the bat, this becomes a 1-run game. Come on, man. Oh, so Willis goes out to talk to Quantrill. Ooh, McNeil did a good man. McNeil was so far choked up on that bat. He was as far choked up on that bat as Rajay Davis was against Chapman in the World Series game where he hit that home run. That guy was McNeil was massively choked up on that bat. All right, so Pete Alonso, who's a threat to hit a home run, 16 on the year. Again, second ever highest through 45 games in the majors. 16 home runs on the season already. And he'll take that ball inside. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Quantrill. Get this guy out. Let's go to the 6th inning. And that is going to be a line shot. Oh, my God! Rosario, what are you doing? Oh, but Alonso didn't run at all, and it ends up being a... Oh, my God. Rosario, there was a line drive to him that he bobbled and then kicked, and for some reason, that's why you run it out, 5th graders. You have to run everything out. Pete Alonso just made the biggest mistake in the book that young kids that are taught not to do or to do every time, and that's run everything out to first base. We go top 6. It should be runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs and Beatty coming up, but instead we go to the top of the 6th, and the Guardians, who gave 2 back, lead 5-2 here. And hopefully we can get those 2 runs back this inning. Let's go. Wow. Pete Alonso making a mistake. All right, let's get some updates. It's been a while. We got a lot of score updates here. Pittsburgh, as Billy Joe said, 11-1, top is 6. Yankees, 3. Cincinnati, 2. Top 7, 2 on, 2 outs in that one. What a pitching fest that's going on in Milwaukee and the Tampa game. 0s through 7.5 innings there. Detroit, 7-0 up on Washington. That's the end of the 5th. Cubs, 4-1 over Philly, top 5. They're looking to score again. The Cubs, 2 on, nobody out. Baltimore, 3-1, mid-5 there. Seattle trails Atlanta 1, end of 5. And everything else has 0s on the board. That's Colorado, Texas, Oakland, Houston, KC, Chicago White Sox, and Dodgers, St. Louis, with 3 more games on the slate for later tonight. What a Friday night, and what a miscuse there by Pete Alonso. All he had to do, man, was run, and there'd be runners on 1st and 2nd, and with 1 swing of the bat, Beatty could have actually tied up this game. But we go top 6, 5-2 Cleveland. So 5 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Guardians. It's crazy. They won't give him an error because he got that out. Josh Naylor, really the difference now in this game with a 3-run homer in the 1st. And it was an absolute just see you later. I mean, it took probably 3 seconds to get out of the park. It was a line drive over the right field fence. We'll see him start things off here in the top of the 6th. And I wouldn't mind him just getting 1 run right back with another home run. He is going to stay. He's going to stand in, and we're going to see, I believe, Leon is going to be the new pitcher for the Mets. That is high at 91. So we're going to close the books on Cookie against his former team. He gives up 5 runs on 5 hits. Really, the one big mistake, it would be a tie ball game, or maybe the Mets have a lead. It'd be a tie ball game if he doesn't give up that 3-run home run. So not a bad outing for Carrasco. He just had that 1 mistake. It's 1-1 now to Naylor, who's 1 for 2 on the day with that home run. Let's go. 223 now, Naylor, with 7 home runs. And he's going to swing and foul this one off, and it's 1-2. So 1-2 to Josh Naylor. So yeah, Battenfield's on the 15-day injured list with his right shoulder. There's a single by Naylor into right field, and we have another leadoff base runner. That's what I like to see. That is what has been successful for us when we get wins. And Josh Naylor has just been, over the past week and a half, a complete hitter at the plate. Loving this guy. By the way, I hate how Battenfield, that guy's on the injured list because, he just, he quite honestly, he gave up a bad outing again, and he's like, oh, I'm hurt. That's the equivalent to an employee doing a shitty job and just being like, yeah, it's because I'm having problems at home. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Don't be that guy, right? All right, Josh Bell's up 0 for 2. He's down in the count 0 for 1 now with a runner on first. Bell, he's been Mr. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde this year as well. He's had some streaky weeks where he does well, then he does bad. It's now even 1-1 count to him. He had that nice week in April where he really looked good, and you kind of thought to yourself, here we go, he's gonna start taking off, but then he's kind of slowed as of late. The 1-1 pitch from Leon to Bell, that is ground ball through the middle. They didn't have him played correctly, and now there's runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the sixth. And this is what I love to see. Let's go. Let's get this done, boys. I don't want any doubt when the bullpen takes over tonight. No doubt in our minds that we don't get this done. Let's go. Let's go. So 2 on, nobody out, and we're going to see Andres Jimenez come up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Let's see if we can't get him something. Let's go. That is outside at 95. So a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and that is, up a little high. So 1-0 to Jimenez. Naylor on second, Bell on first. No threats there to run. And Jimenez is going to put this in the air, and it's going to get caught by Nemo, who does a little skip to my Lou out there, and that is going to put Naylor at third. So we do have a runner on the corners at the moment with 1 down. So runner in scoring position on third here with less than 1 out, and let's see if we can't get at least a sac fly, get one of those runs right back. I'll tell you, Jimenez put a shot into this one. Nemo was playing him pretty shallow there in center field. It almost flies over his head. He does a little skip to my Lou and grabs that, gets it in. Naylor was able, though, to get over to third. I'm not sure why Bell didn't try to get over to second. It was pretty far hit. The wind was blowing out. Now that I'm looking at it, it does look like the wind was blowing out. So 2 on, 1 out. Runners at the corners here. Leon, the pitcher. Carrasco, what are we looking at now? Now the catcher's looking at something. I have no idea what it is. He's pointing to the left field. Who knows? So, Miles Straw, the number 7-hole hitter, chance for an RBI single or a sac fly. He hit one deep enough for a sac fly last time. He had a double. I'm sorry, his first time up. I'd be okay with that. Let's get that going. 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout and a run scored. 235, no home runs, 9 RBIs on the year. And Straw takes one in the dirt. Nice save there by Alvarez behind home plate. That could have been a wild pitch to score Naylor, although he's pretty slow. Not sure he goes if it ricochets back. So 1-1. 1-1 pitch coming up to Straw. And that is a ground ball double play. 1 and 2. Damn, Miles Straw grounds into a double play, and just like that, it ends what looked like a very promising inning for the Guardians, but instead ends up being 2 hits, no runs, and it's still a 5-2 lead. And, it's situations like that we're going to come back to in like 3 innings where we should have had that extra run, but instead we go bottom 6, and it's unfortunately, it's going to be a problem. We'll see. No score updates except Detroit is up 8-0, something I was not aware of. Detroit has a no-hitter going in the 6th inning. I just saw that pop up. So Detroit, no-hitter there in the 6th inning of that one, up 8-0. Top of 5, the Cubs have taken a 6-1 lead over the Phillies. And nothing else other than Houston took a 1-0 lead, and the White Sox are up 2-0 over Kansas City. So, a couple of score updates there for you. Glad you could be here on this Friday night. I'd love to get to 10 likes tonight. So if you haven't hit that like button, please make sure. I'm pretty sure everybody in here has, though. I'm just talking to talk. All right, so we go bottom 6. We go bottom 6, and the question that is still posed is can we and the bullpen and Quantrill really get through one more inning and give it off to our hold, our setup, and our closer? Because right now it would be a close. We did lose the 5-0 lead, so Clase would come in the 9th if the score holds true to this point. Let's see if we can get it. What's up, Billy? Oh, Billy, what's up, buddy? Hey, first off, glad to have you a part of the Poker League. Glad to have your friend a part, although he did go out very early, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm glad to have both you guys. You went deep, and I saw you and Al and another guy fought to the end. I just couldn't get any. By the way, I never said congratulations to Al for winning our poker tournament last night. He took me out. I was so card dead. I had no cards the entire night, but for like one time. So anytime I got an ace, like short stacked, I was just going all in. There's going to be a home run by Beatty, and now it's 5-3. And absolutely, are you kidding me? I can't, it's just consistently what is going on. It's 5-3 as Quantrill gives up a home run to Beatty, and now you're starting to get worried. And these innings where we have 2 on and nobody out and we can't score a run, or a runner on third with less than 2 outs and we can't get the guy home, it's absolutely destroying me. This is, oh my God. If we lose this game, I don't know if I am coming back ever again to watch Guardians baseball. Billy, you did, sir. You did. I'll send an email on Sunday with the standings. By the way, Billy, your buddy never emailed me. I need his information. So again, just tell him to email me. I just need his name and his email. Just have him email me, and I'll have his email. I think he was Colden, if I'm not mistaken. We had 2 new guys show up this week. One of them did email me, but I don't think it was your guy. So here we go. There is 1 out. I think that was a fly out to right field that I saw. So there's 1 out now. And first pitch to Vientos is a ball, so it's 1-0. That is swung on and fouled straight back into the upper deck, and it's 1-1. Henches is warming up in the pen. Not my favorite guy, but he's all right. I mean, to be honest, every bullpen guy has their problems. There's not one guy in our bullpen this year that you say, yeah, that's the guy that's going to close everybody out. Swung on and missed, and there's a good strikeout by Cal. I think that's his 6th of the game, and there are 2 down now in the bottom of the 6th. So Cal must have been watching Battenfield yesterday, and he said, hey, why not give up some solo home runs? Because that is exactly what has happened tonight. Bottom 6, that is ground ball on the first pitch, and Rosario bobbles it again. Rosario, you're killing me. What are we doing? Oh my God, Rosario, get out of... I don't know if his offense is strong enough to deal with his defense. That is such an easy play. I mean, Omar Vizquel could have made that in a wheelchair. Come on. Jeez, there's a runner at first now. And the bad thing about that is now you got a kind of a, and they're going to, and you know what? That's going to end Cal's night. That is such a bad way to go out, man. That ends Cal's night, and they're going to bring in Henches. God. You know what? Rosario needs to buy that man a steak dinner. Seriously, what are we doing? What are we doing, Rosario, on this team? Well, this game was flying along, and now it has come to a very slow halt. It has not been around at all to the 2-hour game that it looked like it was going to become. So there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And we'll see. We'll see if we can't get anything going. We are. If this inning comes back to hurt us, I'm gonna lose it. You got runners on the corners with 1 out, and you get a ground ball double play by Miles Straw, who's one of your faster guys. That ends the inning. Then you come out. Quantrill gives up a solo shot to lead off the bottom of the 6th. It becomes 5-3. Then there's 2 quick outs. Quantrill looks like he's just going to head in to a nice 6-inning complete, overall well-performance. And now we got an 8-hitter with some power coming up. And if Henches comes in, or Henches, I don't know, whatever. If he comes in and he gives up a home run and it's a tie game, I might throw my computer. This is absolutely ridiculous, this team. I just can't deal with them, man. I don't think I've seen one game that goes smoothly for the Cleveland Guardians. Not one. In fact, I think there was only like I said, none of our wins are more than 3, which means we've either lost every game or we've only won a game by 3 runs. And there's very few of them. I think there's only 3 games. All of our wins are by 1 or 2 runs. So, runner on, Alvarez. Yeah, Alvarez, who hit a home run already. He's up. The number 9 hole hitter, not the 8. So, by the way, the no-hitter is gone in Detroit. Looks like they gave up a double in the bottom of the 6th there to Washington. So, the no-hitter is gone. So, Sam Henches is up. He doesn't have an ERA. He just came back, from the injured list. So, he hasn't really pitched too much. But it is going to be righty against lefty here. It's interesting that's, maybe because Alvarez had Quantrill's number. But that is a shot to deep right field, but not far enough. And Brennan's going to be there. 1 pitch, 1 out, and we go to the top of the 7th. So, we get out of not too much of a jam there, but, with 1 swing of the bat, it's a tie game. So, Guardians lead 5-3 here, top 7th. Let's go. Let's go. Smash that like button. By the way, our free play, which we're trying to have 6 wins in a row coming in today, we can't lose. It's 8-1, Detroit, Washington, bottom 6. So we can't lose. If we get one more run in that'll be 6 straight winners on our free pick videos. Absolutely crushing it at the moment. Love to see that. Love to see that. All right, so we go top 7. We'll see if Leon comes back out for another inning. I doubt he will. I don't think he's a multi-inning reliever, but maybe. They just showed Reynolds there hit that 3-run shot in the bottom of the 5th against Arizona. Pirates just destroying Arizona right now. Just an easy game. Oh, also, Miami Heat taking on the Celtics. They're up 6. That's just underway. And I believe the NHL Western Conference Finals just started as well. So I'll keep you abreast of those games and see how they pan out here over the little while that we have left in this one. The three innings. There's gonna be a bottom of the 9th. I'll guarantee you that. There's got to be a bottom of the 9th, right? I hope there is. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, so We go top 7, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Guardians, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Mets. Pre-game total was 8.5. The live run total on this game now is 10.5. I'm not sure there's going to be another. Maybe I think it goes if the bullpens are in. I think we're going to see a strong outing here by both. Leon is coming in. He only did have 12 pitches in that first inning, or maybe 13. He's going to face Brennan, who is in the 8-hole tonight. Brennan, ground out, walk, stolen base, run, kind of done a little bit of everything. He's down in the count 0-1, but that is outside, and it's even 1-1. Let's go. Come on, baby. One time. Let's just get some insurance runs. That's what we need. We need some insurance runs. The 1-1. That is lined down into right field. And that is another leadoff hitter. And I'll tell you, we have not had any problems getting that leadoff hitter on base tonight. We have done a fantastic job at that. The problems that continue to plague us, Leon, whatever, Al. If I'm going to do this 60 times, I think I'm just done figuring out how to pronounce names. But thank you. I can't talk for 3 hours and keep pronunciations up. It just doesn't happen. If I had a color man, I 100% would be on board with trying to pronounce these names right. But I just it's too hard. I have to talk for like 3 hours. It's just beginning to come too hard for me to like pronounce the names right all the time. I appreciate it though, and keep telling me how to pronounce them, but I will guarantee you I will continue to not pronounce these names correctly. Cam Gallagher, I can say that one. 1 for 2, RBI single, strikeout. Let's see if he can't get things going here and keep this rally. It doesn't really matter if Gallagher honestly keeps the rally going with less than or with nobody out, because we still can't score. Fouls off a pitch there, and it's 1-1. Oh. So 1-1. Wow, looks like Brennan was going on that pitch. I don't know if that was a hit and runner play with Gallagher, but Brennan had a nice jump. It would have been close. I think it would have been close. There is going to be a single into right field by Gallagher, and that's going to put Brennan on third, and now we got runners on the corners with nobody out, and something cooking here for the Guardians. Absolutely love it. Let's go. Now, can we get something out of Steven Kwan in the top of this order with Redemption Rosario coming up next? By the way, Detroit 8, Washington 3. That's 6 days in a row. Our free pick winner is absolutely on fire right now. So, Gallagher sprays one on a nice pitch down and away into right field. That puts Brennan over at third base. Steven Kwan is up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Not having a great last week. It's been up and down, but for the most part, it's been down. He takes a first pitch ball off the plate, and it is going to be 1-0. Kwan. That is going to be fouled off, and Leon is going to be even at 1-1 to Steven Kwan. Let's go. Come on, Kwani. One time, baby. One time. The 1-1 pitch. Leon delivers and swung on. What a rip by Kwan, but it is swung through at 94 miles an hour. That one was a little out of the zone at the letters. It's 1-2 to Steven Kwan. Nobody out. 2 on. Top 7. 5-3 lead for the Guardians. It's been all Guardians. Mets are just creeping back into this game. Kwan lays off a pitch in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2. Come on. Let's go, Kwani. Rosario, who made an error last time out on the field. He really made 2 errors, but they only credited him with 1. Let's see if he can redeem himself if he gets a chance. Kwon swings at another one out of the zone at the letters. Fouls this one out of play, though, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Pitcher up in the bullpen for the Mets. Kind of looks like Strider from Atlanta with that stash there. I can't tell who it is. 2-2. From Leon to Kwon. That is up by the letters. Thought they'd get him to chase again, but he holds off, and it's 3-2. And now you find yourself maybe getting the bases loaded with nobody out if Kwon can be patient here. Leroy, what's up, man? We don't need Bo Naylor. We got Cam Gallagher. This guy is absolutely on fire. He's on fire. Yes, sir. Love this guy. That is in the dirt, and Kwon walks, and the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the top of the 7th, and Rosario is coming up to make up for that error. Yeah, AAA Columbus is right. That's exactly where he is, Al. Come on, let's go. Let's go. One time. They're going to take the ball from Leon, and they're going to bring in a reliever, so we'll take a break. Updated scores. Chicago just pouncing on Philadelphia. I actually had them on the money line on my card today. That looks good. I had Baltimore, Toronto over 8.5. That's end of 6. Let's get into some here. Let me pull up my member card today, and I'll tell you what I had on it if it's in play. So let's see here. All right, NHL. I took Dallas money line tonight. I took the Stars on the road against the Vegas Knights. That's 0-0. I took them on the money line. I took the Cubs on the money line. They were plus 118, so that one looks good. I took Baltimore, Toronto over 9.5. Again, that one not looking so great. I took Oakland, Houston under 9.5. It's 1-1 bottom 3 with runners on and nobody out, so that might be a problem. I just like that. I liked that one tonight. KC, Chicago over 9. That one's our Patreon pick. 2 runs through 3. Not great. We're just going to need a big inning from somebody. I took the Cardinals money line. That's 0-0. And then I have 2 other games actually in the MLB that haven't started. So that one, those 2 games I believe are at 9:40. So. Hey, we do have the first final of the evening. Tampa Bay Rays won 1-0 over Milwaukee and just continue to be on a torrid pace. 33-13 through 46 games. 33-13 through 46 games. If you do the math, 3.52 times 13, they're only going to lose 45 games, and they're going to win. They're on pace to win 116, 117 games at that pace. They might have a chance to maybe break the record that the Seattle Mariners, I think, made. Do they still have the record? I'm not sure. Oh, my God, Al, you're so right. You are so right, sir. Yeah, they do not look good right now. So here we go, Rosario, Redemption Rosario. You have to call him that every time because of how many errors he makes in the field. He's got bases loaded, nobody out, and I cannot believe he did not swing at the first pitch with the bases loaded. It is a Christmas miracle that this guy did not swing with the bases loaded at the first pitch. It is, and look, it's 1-0. It was a ball, and it was in the dirt. It was a slider. I'm telling you, they are not going to pitch to this guy. That is up, check swing, and it is going to be 2-0. I'm not even going to try to pronounce, but I still will. The pitcher coming in for the Mets is Nogasek. I don't know if that's right, but who knows. 2-0 pitch. 2-0 pitch coming for Rosario. That's right down the middle of the plate. Absolutely 94 mile an hour on a rope. That's the one Rosario, quite honestly, should have probably thrown. Or not thrown, hit, sorry. So 2-1's the pitch, and Rosario takes it inside 3-1. That's fine. If this gentleman would like to walk in some runs, I have not an issue with that at all. Like, let's get one of these runs back. Let's get 3 of these runs back and make it a 5-run lead again. Let's do it. One time. Right? Let's say we do it. The 3-1 pitch, that is roped into center field. Caught on a line by Nemo. He's going to toss it home. Oh my God, what are we doing? What are we doing? And Brennan went home, and now he's in a rundown and he gets tagged out. This is absolutely, what are we doing? Oh my God. It continues to be a cluster with this team. It's like every situation, they cannot score with runners in scoring position and with less than 2 outs, with no outs. Rosario put a rope into center field, and Brennan was late getting back number 1 to tag. Then he goes all the way halfway down the line and stops, and then gets in a rundown, and it's a double play. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I do not understand. And so now there's runners on first and second and 2 outs, and this is just crazy, guys. Nagoseek? Is that it? Nagoseek. All right, thank you, Al. This is just nuts. This is just, I don't understand what we do here as an organization. Like, what? By the way, speaking of Seattle, they just did put up 2 runs over the Braves. Took a 2-1 lead. Top 7 still have 2 on there. This is just absolutely ridiculous. So Jose Ramirez comes up, and they had a little conference on the mound, which Lindor was part of. Not a surprise, knowing as he knows Ramirez quite well from his days in Cleveland. So we'll see how they pitch to Ramirez. Oh, Billy, thank you, sir. Appreciate you telling him to do that. It just helps me out, so I know who's who and who we got. So 1-0. 1-0 to Ramirez. He's got a walk and a run, 281, 4 home runs, 22 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch, that is a sort of a wild pitch, but not far enough away from Alvarez to get Gallagher to run over to third. So it's 2-0. And I'm surprised they might just walk this guy, although Naylor's up next. So 2-0. Alvarez tells Nagoseek to settle down there on the mound. The pitch. Down low, ball 3. That one was close. That one was close. The 3-0 right down the middle, and that is a 3-1 count coming up to Ramirez. We'll see. We'll see if he's got, a green light to do anything, or if you just take one and you try to get the bases loaded again. There's 2 outs now. I say swing away. You don't have the bases loaded anymore, and that is going to be ball 4. So they end up just kind of intentionally walking in by pitching him, and it's bases loaded again, and Josh Naylor, who, quite honestly, is not the guy you want to see if you're the Mets, come up to the plate. This guy's been on an absolute tear, and if Naylor hits a grand slam here, I will go nuts. One time, we'll be up by 6 runs if that happens. I can't remember the last time we were up by 6 runs. Had to be last year. Bases loaded. That is up and outside, and it's 1-0 to Naylor. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. And Josh Naylor is going to take a timeout there. So Naylor takes a timeout. And then now he swings and misses, and it's 1-1. I'm not sure why Naylor took a timeout on a 1-0 count, but I'm pretty sure he did. So, bases loaded, 2 outs, top 7. This game just dragging on now. It has been high scoring. 8.5 was the total. Man, if you had the over 8.5, you had to be floored by what happened earlier in this inning with the double play. Bases loaded with nobody out. Naylor takes a ball inside. Quite honestly, that was on the I thought that was a strike, but I've said that all night. Little behind the plate doesn't know little about baseball, or knows little about baseball, it seems like, and the strike zone. All these pitches right on the corners seem very good. 2-1 is the count to Naylor. That is swung on. That's line for a single. That's going to score 1. That might bring in a second, and it is. And just like that, let's go. The Cleveland Guardians break this one back open with a 2-run single by Josh Naylor. Woo! That is what I'm talking about. Let's go. Naylor is just absolutely having himself a nice month of May. The last 2 weeks have been just spot on. Let's go. Nice piece of hitting, taking that the other way into the left field, and that is going to put runners at first and second now with 2 outs in a 7-3 game. And those 2 runs that Cal gave up, in the 6th inning, those aren't going to come back to bite you. So, hey, I'm okay with this. 7-3. Let's add maybe 1 more on with a single here. Get to the 8th and bottom of the 7th, and let our bullpen take over for 3 innings and get it done. We already had Henches come out for 1 pitch. I'm not sure if he comes back out for the 8th, but who knows? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe he does. Let's go. Great piece of hitting by Josh Naylor. 2 on, 2 out still, and that one is a wild pitch, and that is going to take both runners to second and third. And now, another wild pitch would score an easy run, but now a single would score 2 more and make it a 9-3 game. So, Nogosic is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. It is 2-0 to Josh Bell, who's 1 for 3 on the day. He had a big hit last time up. The 2-0 to Bell, that's low, and now it's 3-0, and it just seems like Mets pitchers tonight are having a very difficult time finding the strike zone. There hasn't been too many walks. There hasn't been too many, but there has been enough to make you think that they don't know where the strike zone is. Now, to be fair, as Josh Bell walks the bases loaded again, I'll tell you this. To be fair, the home plate umpire has not made things easy for the pitching staff, as Buckhalter comes out and he is gonna Buckwalter show. What is it? Buckhalter? It's Buckwalter, right? God, now I said Buckhalter. It's not Buckhalter. It's Buckwalter, right? What the? I said it earlier today and I can't think. It's so bad. Oh man, I was so card dead last night. I had nothing, and 100% knew you had ace king when I pushed all in, but it was like I just was so short chip stacked. I just had to. I knew you were trying to bait me, knowing my aggression. I knew that's what you were doing. I couldn't do it. Showalter, thank you, Jesus. Buck Showalter, thank you. I know I said that earlier. I don't know what's up with me tonight. I think it's so hot. Today was like super hot out and under these lights. I think it's just 80. It's like 80 degrees in here. All right. But yeah, you had a good game out. There was one hand, and I can't remember, that I did fold to you that I think you had me beat, and that's why I folded. But I really wanted to push over top of you, but I just couldn't get anything last night. The best, I had aces once, and everybody folded to me. It was awful. I had pocket aces, and everybody folded. And I'm like, oh, come on. But yeah, it's a great time. I love doing it every week. I didn't realize that the tournaments generate themselves. So I went in to make a new one, and then I realized that it was already there. That's why you probably got a notification that I canceled it. But I'll explain that in my email on Sunday. Al is in the lead now in the standings. I think it's Al, and then me, and then Time's Up, who I think took second yesterday, and then I think Billy's fourth now. Pocket tens you won? Wow, nice. I love me some pocket tens. My favorite is I like pocket threes or something like that. See if you can't nick see if you can't nick a trips or something like that. All right, so here we go. Bases loaded. Tommy Hunter coming in. I can easily say that guy's name. And it is going to be Jimenez, the number 6 hole hitter, to see if we can't just absolutely get some more runs going. Let's go. Let's go. One time. Let's go. The 1-1 pitch to Jimenez. It is swung on and fouled back. What's Bregman done, by the way? He struck out, I see once. He do anything? He's 0 for 2. Damn. All right, 1-2 pitch coming up to Jimenez. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top 7. This half inning's taking about an hour. And that's a ground ball to second base. That'll finally get the inning over for the New York Mets. But the Guardians get 2 back. They lead 7-3. We go bottom 7. We'll see who comes out and pitches. Maybe it's Sam Henches again, as he only had 1 pitch when he came out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it done. Woo! All right, let's see if there's any score updates around the league. Let's see here. No more finals. Pitt 11-3. Arizona, got a couple more runs there, but nothing to worry about. Yankees 5-2 over the Reds in the top of the 9th with 2 outs. Detroit 8-3 in bottom 7. Although Washington's trying to make that a game after being no hit into the 6th. It's now 8-4 with a runner on second and nobody out. That's bottom 7. So Chicago 8-1 over Philly. Baltimore 4-1 over Toronto. Seattle has taken a 2-1 lead over Atlanta. Texas 2-0 over Colorado. Oakland tied it back up over Houston. And Chicago at the end of 4, 2-0 over Kansas City. So lots going on in baseball. Good night for baseball around the league. It's also been great weather. No rainouts lately, which is kind of nice. Nice to see. Although if you are going to have rainouts, Friday night's the night to do it. So at least you can play the doubleheader, on Saturday or Sunday. And quite honestly, with the way the schedule's set up this year, Major League's probably really hoping there's not too many rainouts because makeup games is just going to be hard with playing every team. You're just going to have to find some off days where you're going to have to travel. So it'd be interesting to see at the end of this year how many games actually don't get made up because of that situation. So we'll see. We'll see. So Arias, who had a home run yesterday, not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, right? Yeah. Who had a home run yesterday, comes in, and he's going to play, I believe, first base. First pitch by Henches, who is going to stay in, is a ball in the dirt to Nemo. 0 for 3 with a strikeout last time up. 292 now for him on the season. And that is now 2-0 as that one is in the dirt and got by Gallagher. So 2-0. Bottom 7. 2 good insurance runs in the top of the 7th is 3-0 to Nemo. And come on, guys. Like, let's not screw this up, okay? Come on. This is just what bothers me so much is you're in a situation here where it's just like, I mean, come on. That is a strike 3-1. You just don't want to start giving up like leadoff walks. I mean, Lindor's coming up next. You got the heart of the order. Like, don't put guys on base with the heart of the order coming up. And that's exactly what he did. He walks the leadoff hitter. So, runner on first, nobody out, bottom 7. And it just seems like we're just going to have to go through the motions again of the bullpen. A devil play ball would be so massive right here. Just be so huge. So, Frankie Lindor, who had a big 2-out double last time up. 1 for 3 on the night. Takes ball 1. And I'm not sure how long this leash is, but if Sam Hentges can't find the strike zone, then I'm gonna have an issue with Tito leaving him in. And now he got lucky that was called a strike. It was above the zone, but they called it a strike. So it's 1-1. 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored for Frankie. That one's in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Gosh, man, come on. Come on, let's go. The 2-1 pitch from Hentges to Lindor. That is up the middle and a single. And now it's first and second with nobody out. And here we go. Here we go, guys. I mean, you know, they tell you when you watch an NBA basketball game, you shouldn't turn on the game until to the last 5 minutes, because that's really all that matters, right? Well, when it comes to the Cleveland Guardians game, you should really only turn on the game in the bottom of the 7th, because that's really all that matters. I mean, the fact that we get those 2 runs back, and now you got McNeil and Alonso coming up, some big hitters. I mean, we could be tied by the time we get to the 8th inning here. What are we doing? What are we doing? Irritating all is every time. Every time this irritates me. Bottom 7, McNeil at the plate. That is a strike at the knees, or so he says. Gosh. McNeil, 1 for 3 on the day. He had, I believe, a single in his second at bat. No, maybe it was last time up. Maybe he had the RBI. That is going to be ball 1. And it's 1-1. So Hentges here after he threw 1 pitch in the 6th. God, Karashek's ready. We're all screwed, Al. If Karashek is who's coming in after Hentges, and it's going to be this inning, we're in trouble. That is ball 2, and it's down. It actually should be 3-0 in my opinion, but we got lucky with a strike call here. He is ready. I see him. Oh, my gosh. The 2-1 to McNeil. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom 7, it's 3-1. And this guy is, come on, man. You know, I think Tito, Hentges needs to go to Tito and say, listen, I threw 1 pitch. I got you out of the inning. I'm done. I don't want to go back out. This is the problem you have sometimes when a pitcher gets fully warm. They come in the game, then they sit after a long inning like we had in the top of the 7th. I am very surprised Tito allowed him to go back out. When you have a guy sit that long, I always think that you should probably just sit him down. The Dallas scored in the top of the 1st. They take a 1-0 lead over, not the top of the 1st, God, too much baseball, in the 1st period to take a 1-0 lead. It's been a long day. I did so much today as we've now walked the bases loaded. Okay, bases loaded, nobody out, and Alonso's up. Fantastic. Today, he's coming in. He sure is. God, to Pete Alonso. All right. Well, I'll tell you this. While we go to commercial break as Karashek comes out, this is what I did today. A little dive into my life. I did the free pick video. I set up this live stream. I set up the script in the live stream tomorrow. By the way, 9 a.m., 9 a.m. tomorrow. We have our Ian and I have our Edging to Win live soccer betting show, and Ian feels truly disappointed. He went 0-3 last week. Yours truly is on a 5-week streak of not losing in the MLS betting. That's all I really look at. But Ian feels horrible. He gave out 3 losers last week. He is back to redeem himself tomorrow, 9 a.m. on my YouTube channel, Grandstand Betters. We will be right here live giving our 4 best bets of the weekend. So I set up that live stream for tomorrow. Then I handicap games, sent out the Patreon, sent out a couple emails to some members. And, then I handicapped, the soccer weekend with the MLS. And then I ate dinner with my wife. We watched 1 episode of something on Netflix, and then I came here. And then this game's taking freaking forever. I am so ready for this game to be over. And I swear to God, if Karashek gives up, if he gives up a home run to Alonso, I might shut this computer off. I don't know what I'm going to do if he gives up a grand slam. I just don't. Have no idea what I'm going to do. Oh, well, looks like our Patreon streak might be over. It's bottom 5, White Sox 2, Kansas City 0. It was a nice streak, but looks like it might come to an end tonight. I really was going to fade Greinke and Kopech. I didn't think they were going to come to... Kopech has got 7 Ks through 5 innings. That's just absolutely nuts. So here's Karashek to Alonso. Ball 1. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here we go. If you guys are in here and you haven't smashed the like button, let's go. Let's hit 10 likes. I know we can do it. Let's get it. 1-0 pitch coming to Pete Alonso. That is in there for a strike at the knees. Good breaking ball by Karashek. Alonso's 0 for 3 on the evening. 0 for 3 on the evening. One delivery. Karashek sets, and there's the pitch. It's up high at 84, and now it's 2-1. And gosh, if you start walking batters in, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose. I keep saying I'm going to lose it. I've already lost it. This is absolutely ridiculous. You're up 4 runs, and you come in and you give up a bases loaded, nobody out situation with the cleanup hitter Alonso, who's got 16 home runs through 45 games, and now it's 3-1 to him. What are we doing, Cleveland? What are we doing? I don't even have hair to rub anymore. I've lost all my hair watching you. Oh, 3-1. The pitch. That is lifted, and I am fucking done with this team. I'm done. I am so over this team. Absolutely over. And you know what? I'm going to call you out, organization, because the players on the field suck, and you're not doing a job that you need to do. Absolutely ridiculous. Karashek should not be pitching in the majors on our team right now. Mike Zunino should not be on our team right now. Ahmed Rosario should not be fielding ground balls at shortstop. This is the first time I'm going to say it, Tito should be fired. Tito, he was a great coach for so many years, but he is done. Get him out of Cleveland. I don't know what we're doing. That's the situation. You bring a guy who's like 0-5 on the season. Like, what are you doing? I'm speechless with just how this situation played out. Absolutely. And Karashek looks at it. That you are so bad. Why? Why? I don't know what we have to do to become better. If it's the coach, now I'm starting to point at the coaching. Because some of these decisions I just don't understand. I just don't get it. Yeah, why not leave him in? Beatty's already hit a home run. Let's see if he hits another one. And Karashek can't find the strike zone. I just never understand why it takes coaches sometimes so long to, like, take a guy out that can't hit the strike zone. Henches, when he came out in that inning, you could see that he was not the same pitcher. Go out there and get him. So done with this team. God. I don't know what else to do, guys. I don't know what else to do. No idea what to do. I just, Kopech has a perfect game, by the way, in Kansas City. That's why. So, we're 2-2. I'm speechless. I don't even want to do this live stream the last two and a half innings. This is, maybe we don't see the bottom of the ninth now. This is so, I don't know what to do with this team. If any of you out there have any suggestions on what we should do with the Cleveland Guardians, please let me know. Karashek gets a strikeout. Well, you know what, Karashek? It's a little bit too late. I could care less if you strike out the side right now, but you giving up a 3-1 grand slam to Pete Alonso is absolutely ridiculous. Marte comes in. He got hit by a pitch in the fourth. He's 0 for 2. This is a guy that swings at pitches in the dirt. If you give him anything above the knees, I'm going to lose it. He also has power, although he's only hit 1 home run. That's at the knees. Again, low, just like I told you, below the knees. Keep it at the knees or below. This guy loves to swing down at like a golf ball swing. That's all he loves to do. Come on. That's a strike 2. Very lucky to get that call on the inside corner. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. Now for no excitement, but just pity. Just pity me. Because I literally sit here every time and watch this crappy team as there's a strikeout now to Sterling Marte, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Listen, it's just, I don't know what to do with this team anymore. It's just getting so irritating. It really is. I don't know. All right. Well, 7-7. And there is a ball to Venitos. And it's who's 0 for 3 on the day. 2 outs, nobody on, but that nobody cares that nobody's on because yeah. Nobody cares. Right? So, 2-0. Three and 0. Sure, why not put the winning run on, Karashek? Let's just do that. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And to sit here and watch these decisions being made every time as it's 3-1 just absolutely gets me. Oh, all right. I'm going to calm down. It's going to be hard. By the way, the perfect game is gone in the top of the 6th. And they're going to walk him. So, runner on first. And now we get to see Kana. Al, which one is it? Kana or Kana? I think it's Kana, right? Kana. Yeah, there's no O. Why would it be Khan? It's Kana. Oh. All right. Bottom 7. 1 on, 2 outs, and a tie ball game here at Citi Field. What was a 4-run lead and a 5-run lead at different times in this ball game for the Cleveland Guardians has now become a tie ball game. And that is over the middle, and that is going to be a strike. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on, man. It's 1-1 to Canna. I've just lost all the energy with this game. And I'm gonna need Karashek to get us out of this, because if I'm gonna get my energy back and have some optimism, I'm gonna need to go into the 8th inning, and no more damage can be done in this. The 1-1, and that is strike 2, 1-2. All right, buddy, come on, just one more. Get out of this tie. Let's go to the 8th inning and just see what happens from there. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. So, timeout by Canna, and we are going to see a 1-2 pitch upcoming from Karashek. You know what? There's a sign that says tequila fit for Cooperstown. You know what? I could use some tequila right now. Absolutely could. 1-2 pitch. That is swung on. I believe he went around, and he did, and that'll end it. All right. Well, it's a brand new ball game, folks. We go to the top of the 8th. Guardians 7, Mets 7. Unreal. Unreal. And who do we got coming up? I believe we're going to have... Who got outs last? Who was it? Brennan hit the double play. Then Gallagher. Was it Quan? No, Rosario? Ramirez? I think it was Ramirez. Naylor? Bell? Jimenez? I don't know who it was. I can't remember. We go the top of the 8th. It's a tie ball game. It's classic Guardians. If you're just joining us, smash that like button. Again, the definition of insanity is sitting here watching this game thinking something different's going to happen with this team. And for a second, something did happen different. They had a 5-0 lead. And then they had a 7-3 lead. And then the same thing happened, and that's what insanity is. Because I thought that with 9 outs left, 3 innings, with 9 outs left, our bullpen could come in and just close the door and win us a ball game. But no. Hedges loads the bases with nobody out, and then Tito goes right arm to Karashek with Pete Alonso? Are you nuts? God. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what to do anymore with this team. I really don't. We'll see. We'll see what we do offensively. If we end up coming back and winning this game, then okay. If not, I mean, God, it makes me not even want to watch Sunday Night Baseball. I think that's what's hurting me the most, is I'm sitting here doing these live streams for the fun of it. You know, I thought this would be a season we'd maybe make the playoffs. Maybe in October, I'd have some great fun live streams, some playoff baseball. But no, we're sitting here in the middle of May, 3.5 games behind the Minnesota Twins. If we're in any other division, we're like 8-9 games out of first place, easy. Oh, this is my pitcher, Ottavino, I think. I don't know. I don't care. It's 7-7. All right, it's 1-0 here at a mile straw. It's going to be 7-8-9 coming up. Double and a run by Straw. Let's see if he can't get on base, steal, and maybe we knock him in. There's a strike at 91, and it's now 1-1 to Straw. Oh, this guy. I just don't know what to do with this team. You know? What are we going to do? 1-2 pitch coming to Miles Straw. Top 8, nobody on, nobody out. And that is off the plate. It's 2-2. Alvarez really tried to to move that over into the strike zone. It was pretty apparent what he did. But hey, good on you for doing it. 2-2 pitch coming to Straw. Tie game, top 8. That is swung on, fouled off. Nice spoiled pitch there by Miles Straw. Oh, man. 2-2. Straw steps in. And the 2-2 pitch to him is going to be just a little flick of the wrist into center field, and Nemo comes on and grabs that one. So it is going to be, I don't know why I had 2 outs up there, but there's 1 out now. There is 1 out now. Let's go. Jim Brown did pass away. They just put his thing up. Yeah, R.I.P. Jim Brown. One of the best Cleveland Browns football player we've ever had in the history. In fact, so much so that I want to say in the early 2000s, I was asking for him to come off the bench. Top of 8. 1 out, nobody on. Brennan is going to be your pitcher, and that is swung on and missed. Made Brennan look very bad there. On a pitch inside. It looked like a slider down and in. Brennan 1 for 2 on the day. A walk, a single, stolen base run. .216 average on the season. Home run here would be nice. He only has 1. Alvarez sprints out to the pitcher. I've never seen anybody sprint that fast out to the pitcher. And he goes very quickly and runs back. So 0-1 pitch coming up. And that is swung on, and it's going to be ripped right to the shortstop. They had Brennan played very well right up the middle, and now there's 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Oh, come on. Looks like Jim Brown's... Who came out? Oh, no, that is Jim Brown. Sorry. I thought this was from today, but Jim Brown came out. That was, I think, earlier in the season, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, 2 outs, nobody on, and this is going to be the number 9-hole hitter in Gallagher. And I'll tell you right now, if Mr. Cam Gallagher, if he if he hits a home run to win the game right here, I absolutely would throw Mike Zunino off the plane mid-air tonight. Mid-air. That guy does not need to be with the team. Yeah, I would throw him mid-air off the plane tonight. Not tonight. I guess it'd be Sunday early morning. But maybe just throw him in. Maybe put him in the Mets locker room and just tell him, this guy's yours. It's 2-1 to Gallagher. Let's go. Come on. Let's get a runner on base. I don't trust anybody in our bullpen. So if we don't score any runs, we have no chance. No chance of doing anything. That's down the middle. It's 2-2. Yeah, we have absolutely no chance of doing anything if we cannot score at least 1 run. The 2-2 pitch to Gallagher. That is swung on and fouled off. Spoiled a nice pitch there. What's going on in the NBA? I forgot to look at the NBA score. As I told you before, I'm not invested in the NBA. Heat up by 4 at halftime. Interesting. 2-2 pitch. That is swung on. Fouled off again by Gallagher. Right back to the backstop. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Kwan on deck. Regardless of what Gallagher does, we will see 1, 2, 3. Kwan, Rosario, and Ramirez in the 9th inning. And that is going to be ball 3. 3 and 2 to Cam Gallagher. Come on, man. Get on base. Let's get Kwan. Maybe a pinch runner for Gallagher. Steal second. Kwan get a nice little single. Go up 9 or 8-7 going into the bottom of the 8th. I'll take that. The 3-2, that is swung on and really got a hold of that one to shortstop. God. That's 3 outs there, and it's going to go bottom 8, tied at 7. I'm losing it. I'm losing it with the Guardians. I'm absolutely losing it with the Cleveland Guardians right now. All right. I don't know what to do with this team. Let's go to the scoreboard. Let's see if anything. There's got to be some changes around here. There's a final in Pittsburgh. They won 13-3. Yankees won 6-2 over Cincinnati. Yankees starting to play some much better ball. 27-20 on the season. Cubs up 8-1, top 9 there. Baltimore 6-2 over Toronto. That's top 9. Atlanta came back, took a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th over the Mariners. And they're looking to close that out there in the top of the 9th. 2-1, Houston over Oakland, bottom 5. White Sox, again, I don't think my over is hitting. It's 2-0. I mean, Kopech had a perfect game going into the 6th inning. 2-0. I need 7 more runs in 3 innings. Not going to happen. Dodgers 0-0 with St. Louis. That's the top of the 5th. LA, Minnesota just underway. Again, going to need the Twins to lose if we continue to lose. I mean, they're only 4 games over 500. That's why we're 3.5 games back. San Diego, Boston, that game underway as well. I actually did take, I believe, the under in the San Diego and the Boston game. So, second period of the NHL just underway in the Western Conference Finals. Stars with a 1-0 lead. And that's about it going on around all the sports. Again, tomorrow, 9 a.m., Edging a Win, our live sports or soccer sports betting show there. 9 a.m. Eastern time will be live. Ian said he's got to make up for being a real bad better last weekend. The guy went 0-3. Just feel for him. Yours truly, though, 5 straight weeks on my MLS overs of the week. Got a nice good one for us tomorrow as well. So here we go. Bottom 8, De Los Santos coming in, and I don't mind this guy. In fact, if there was a guy that I trusted more than anybody in our lineup or in our bullpen, this is the guy. Although he's 2-0 with a 2.35 ERA, only 8 walks, 14 strikeouts, hitters hitting a $196 off of him. I'll tell you right now, this is the one guy in the bullpen that I do trust. I don't understand why you don't bring him in to face Alonso. I just don't get it. But you know what? Power to you, Tito. First pitch, swing and a miss there by Alvarez. And it's quickly 0-1. De Los Santos, bottom 8, nobody on. Pitching to Alvarez. In there for a strike, 0-2. Dodgers just took the lead on the Cardinals, 1-0, top 5. The 0-2, and almost hits Alvarez, but he gets out of the way, and it's going to be 1-2. So Alvarez waiting for De Los Santos. 1-2 pitch, and that is, just missed there at the knees. I thought it looked good. I think they've all looked good, quite honestly. I think they've looked phenomenal. The 2-2. Swung on ground ball. That goes right to Ramirez on 2 hops. Throws across the first. And this time, it's Arias over there. He makes the catch. And that is 1 quick out here in the bottom of the 8th. So, we roll over to the top. Nemo. I think it's Nemo, but I call him Nemo. I always used to call this guy Finding Nemo because this guy always used to find a way to get on base. It just absolutely, like, could find a way with a bunt single, a bloop job, a double. I mean, he was just always get on base. He struggled a little over, I think it was last year maybe he struggled, but he's almost batting 300. I think he's up at like 292 at the moment, something like that. So 0-2 to him, though. De Los Santos working quickly here. And that is just outside. We'll do it at 1 and 2 coming up. So De Los Santos, who I think is one of our best pitchers. I don't understand why we don't use the guy more. Maybe after tonight we will. He's going to, I just say that, and he gave up a shot, but it's not going to get far enough. It goes to Brennan in right field. There was a little, I said that, and then there was a little, my heart dropped just a little bit there, thinking maybe he gave up a home run. But no. Ends up being just a long fly ball to right field, and now Frankie Lindor, 2 for 4 with a double, a single, and 2 runs scored tonight against his former team. And he's going to try to maybe get on base for a third time here and potentially be the winning run. De Los Santos sets and delivers to Frankie. That is outside at 96 miles an hour. We'll do it at 1 and 0. De Los Santos, that is outside on a 1-0 pitch, 95. So 2-0. Anybody watching? I just got an update about the PGA Championship. Anybody watch golf? I'm not a huge. I just watch the majors a little bit, but not till like the weekend. 2-0. That is swung on, ground ball to second. Jimenez is there, throws Lindor out, and we go to the top of the ninth, tied at 7. All right, we got the top of the order coming up. It's a tie ball game. I still have optimism that we can get this done. Oh, we had bases loaded. I'm kind of pissed at the White Sox. They had bases loaded, and they couldn't get anybody in. Damn it. All right, no worries. So, I got optimism. The Cleveland Guardians have the top of the order come up. It's top of 9. Let's just get one run in. Just one run, and then let's get Clase to come in and just not blow it. Okay? Let's just not blow it. Please. One time. Just please do not do that. You know? Just one little time. Just don't, one little time. Oh, so we go top 9. We go top 9. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Those of you that joined me, I know it's been a small group tonight. Very... Oh my God, Al! If it's Clase versus Alonso, I mean, you might as well just put Karashek back in there. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. I'm gonna turn 40 this year, and I know that's young in relative terms to some people, but I'll tell you, I don't know how many more screaming at the TV years I have left in me. I don't know how much my heart can take on that. It's just nuts on how bad we are. It's just absolutely nuts on how bad we are. Oh. All right. Well, we'll see what comes of this here in the top of the 9th. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 7 hit runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Mets. David Robertson coming in, 1-0, ERA, .95. This is another one of my guys I have in my Dynasty League. 8 saves and 8 opportunities, and he's going to come in for a hold situation here against Stephen Kwan in the top of the lineup for the Guardians. So Kwani, 1-0 pitch to him. That's right down the middle of the plate, and it is now 1-1. The 1-1 inside 2-1. I love if we could get something off Robertson. He rarely gives up hits, rarely gives up runs, but you can get something off of him if he can't find the strike zone. And he is struggling here. That one, though, ripped. Oh, it's going to be a hard play for the second baseman, but easily gets Steven Kwan. Jeff McNeil, what a play. Going to his right, throws across his body, and gets Kwan by like 3 steps. It was a hard-hit ball, I'll say that, but wow. Well done. Absolutely a great play. So, Kwani's the first out of the inning. We're going to get Rosario. Rosario, man, if you want to make up for anything, just hit a home run. Instead, he swings at the first pitch. It's going to be a ground out to third, and now there's 2 outs, and Ramirez comes to the plate. So, well done, Ramirez. Well done, buddy. Rosario. Rosario, why does he always swing at the first pitch? I mean, people know that. Stop swinging at the first pitch. 2 outs, top 9. Robertson's thrown 6 pitches as it's 0-1 now to Ramirez. And this could be a quick inning. And who comes out in the 8th or the 9th? Who's coming out? Is it Stephan? You bring Stephan out? I mean, who are you bringing out? There's a swing and a miss. Ramirez was trying to put the Guardians up 8-7 on that swing. It did not work out for him, and now it's 0-2. I guess Stephan would come in, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. The 0-2 pitch to Ramirez. That is checked on, and he did not go. 1-2. Oh, God. All right, now we're hitting like 3 hours in this game. Whatever happened to these fast games, guys? The 1-2. By the way, there's a ground ball. That could be a signal. No, a stab by Alonso. Throws to Robertson and ends the inning. A great play by McNeil and Alonso in the top of the 9th defensively. And the Mets are going to have a chance with one swing of the bat to say good night to the Guardians in the bottom of the 9th. Just an absolute... If we lose this game, I'm so more done than I've already said I'm done with this team. I don't know how to express that. God, so bad. We're just such a bad team. The Tigers won 8-6. That free pick did win. That is, I believe, 6 days in a row. We'll go for our 7th tomorrow. I have not looked at any of the games. I'll do that after this game and in the wee hours of the morning. Atlanta ended up winning 6-2. Baltimore is up 6-2 themselves in the bottom of the 9th over Toronto. Texas up 7-2 over Colorado. Bottom 6 there. Houston clinging to a 2-1 lead, middle 6. White Sox top 7-2-0. Kopech had a great game in that one. He's been lights out. That's actually mid-7 now. Everything else, Dodgers took a 1-0 lead over St. Louis, but everything else just underway at zeros. So Dallas Stars still holding a 1-0 lead over the Vegas Golden Knights. That's about halfway through the second period in that one. I did take the Stars on the money line. Hopefully they can hold on for victory. I don't even care how they do it. Just hold on. So, here we go. Bottom 9. God, a part of me is like, just end this game. Do I really want to go extra innings tonight? I really don't want to go extra innings after 3 hours. Come on. Oh, here's the bad news. Here's the bad news. We're going to have, I believe, I just said, can the Stars hold on? And they just gave up a goal. Unreal. Here's the bad news. Lindor, I believe, was the last one out. Stephan does come in. He is going to be the hitter. Oh, I hope not, Billy Joe. I hope not. The bad news is, I believe we have McNeil, Alonso, and Beatty coming out. JD, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? I'll tell you what happened, sir. The Guardians just continue to be the Guardians. They're so bad, man. Karashek came in and gave up a grand slam to Alonso as McNeil actually swings at the first pitch there, and it's a quick first out in foul territory. So one out here. Tito said to himself, hey, with the bases loaded and nobody out, what pitcher should we bring in? Oh, Karashek. Yeah, he sounds like the guy. Are you kidding me? Are you for real right now, Tito? I mean, come on, man. Just absolute nonsense with this team. That's what happened. You know what happened? We started the season. We started the season. Oh, so one out here, bottom 9. This has extras written all over it unless something crazy happens. But it's the Guardians, so it probably will. Alonso, who hit that grand slam, is up at the plate. Stefan starts him off with a strike well below the knees, but tonight the strike zone has gone from right around where the cankles would be up until the neck area. Pete Alonso's batting .333 in the 9th inning or later with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. And he's going to foul one. He just missed one. Went straight back to the backstop. So, Alonso is going to be now 1-2. He was 0-2. Yeah, Billy Joe, I'm kind of getting to that point too. I don't know, I don't want to make a joke about Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or anything, because I'm not that person, but I wonder if he's getting to the point where he's starting to forget how to manage games. 1-2 pitch, and he's going to get Alonso to strike out. So, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. It's got extra innings written all over it. Why not? Why not? It feels like all my games go to extra innings as well. I'll have to look at how many games actually out of the 18 have gone to extra innings. It feels like 5 or 6. Swing and a miss there by Beatty, and it's 0-1 to him. Brett Beatty, 2 for 4 with a double and a solo home run. 253, 4 home runs, and 10 RBIs on the season. And that is another foul. It's quickly 0-2. Come on, let's go. Let's get this out. Let's go to extras. Let's just get a run in. Play small ball. When you go to extras, just play small ball for once. The 0-2 from Beatty. That is outside. It's 1-2. We never play small ball. Ever. Never. Just one time can you do it for us. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. We are going to extras. Beatty strikes out. We go top 10. 7-7 Guardians and Mets. And we will start with that ghost runner on second base, and that will be Jose Ramirez. So Jose Ramirez will be on second. Josh Naylor, Bell, and Andres Jimenez will be coming up in the top of the 10th. Let's go. Come on. One time, let's do it. One time, play small ball, man. We never play small ball. Just want to play small ball one time. It does irritate me that Tito, for being kind of a veteran coach who's been in and played and coached, and I mean he's been in the majors for 50 years plus? I don't know, something like that. It does it feels a little weird that he does not play the small ball as much as you think that he should. He just doesn't do that. I don't understand why he doesn't, but yeah. It does feel kind of weird that he doesn't do that. Oh, all right. Let's go. Let's go. If you guys are coming in, welcome on in. We go to the top of the 10th. It's Guardians 7, New York Mets 7. And if you are just joining us, this is what you missed. You missed the Guardians get out to a 5-0 lead. And then they gave 3 back. It was 5-3. And then in the top of the 7th, the Guardians scored 2 more, and it was 7-3. And you thought to yourself as a Guardians fan, hey, we got this. We can't screw this up. Even the Guardians can't screw a 7-3 lead up in the 7th. We can't do it. And then Tito said, hold my beer. I'm going to put Henches back out there after he sat for about 40 minutes in the top of the 7th. And he goes and he basically walks the bases loaded with a hit in between or something. And then, to make matters worse, you bring in Karashek to throw one right down the middle of the plate on a 3-1 count to Alonso, and boom, just like that, we're tied at 7. So, yeah, that's what's happened in this game. It is now the top of the 10th. Jose Ramirez is going to be the runner on second. You're going to get the 4, 5, 6 hitters. That is Naylor, Bell, and Jimenez. And quite honestly, it feels like about 7 days ago that Naylor hit the 3-run homer in the top of the first to give the Guardians a 3-run lead. He now takes a first pitch ball. It's 1-0 to him. He's 3 for 4 on the night with a home run, 2 singles, and 5 of the 7 RBIs for Cleveland. He's going to fly this one. Smith is your pitcher. It's going to go to the third baseman, and there's going to be 1 down in the top of the 10th. Now, again, during the commercial break, I said, hey, play small ball. Again, we're not going to do that. And again, I'm going to lose it if we don't get a run in from second. And then the Mets come out and play small ball and get a bunt and a sac fly to win the game. Because that's all you need to do in extra innings. Arias is going to be the hitter. I forgot Bell did come out of the game. So Arias is the hitter. And he takes a first pitch ball inside at 83. You know, I've been running a lot. I've been working out. I've been eating very well. When I see the doctor next time as Arias drives this to right field, and Arias puts it out of the park! Woo! Let's go! Gabriel Arias, a 2-run shot to put the Guardians up 9-7 in the top of the 10th. And what I was about to say was I'm going to be shown high blood pressure and I'm going to have to blame it on the Guardians, but in this case, it was for good measure. Let's go. Let's go. Arias might have just bailed us out of this game. It's a 9-7 game, top 10. What a shot. Let's go. An absolute missile to right. And now you got a foul ball down the left field line by Jimenez. Damn, that could have been those 2 total bases I needed. Let's go. Let's go. So Smith just doesn't do the job, and Arias, his first at bat for Bell, as he entered the game about an inning and a half ago, knocks one over the right field fence. That's his second home run in the last week. Actually, I think he had one yesterday, too. Second in 2 days. And the Guardians have a 9-7 lead, and Jimenez is going to take ball 2. It's 2-1. Let's go. We got this. We got this. The 2-1, and it's fouled off down the right field line. And now we'll do it at 2-2. Yeah, Al, I know. And you know what? Those 2-run leads have been very bad for him. Every time he's got a 2-run lead, he seems to struggle. You know, in hockey, they call like the two 2-goal lead, the worst lead you could have in hockey. I feel like that's what the exact same for Clase. Still, with a runner on second, it's one swing of the bat. It's one swing of the bat, and you get it done. So we'll see. 2-2 pitch coming up to Jimenez. And it's fouled off, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Come on. Can't pin. Well, maybe he just needs to get Casper out there. Maybe more of a friendly ghost would benefit him. That is high and outside, and it is now 3-2 to Jimenez. So, 3-2 pitch coming up. 2 runs in. Only 1 out still here. Top 10. And Guardians Mets. I told you it was going to be a fun one at the top of the telecast. And it has. Jimenez is going to ground this one to short. And that'll be the second out of the inning. So, Jimenez not going to go over the 1.5 total bases tonight. Unfortunately. And if he does, that means Clase in the 9th has not pitched well. So, 9-7. 9-7. Guardians over the Mets. And that is a swing and a miss by Miles Straw. And it is now 0-1 to him. Let's go. Come on. One time, baby. One time. There's a... Whoa! I thought it was a strike. It's going to be a ball. It's 2-1. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Foul back. 2-2 to Miles Straw. Let's go. Come on, one time. Let's go. Come on. Just get a single. I think we need 3 or 4 runs for Clase. What's up, Nave? Frankie are you talking about? He's good. I miss him. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Come on. The 2-2, that is swung on. No, I'm sorry. He checked his swing, and it is 3-2. Let's go. So 3-2 count coming up to Miles Straw. 2 outs, top of the 10th inning. And Clase is going to have a chance to come in and close out this game in a game that has been back and forth since the 5th inning, really. And that is strike 3, and that'll do it. But here comes Clase. We go bottom 10. We take a 2-run lead off of Arias' 2-run home run to right field. 9-7 Guardians over the Mets. Let's go, baby. Let's go. If you're just coming in, smash that like button. Let's get some wins. This would be 2 in a row. And I might be beside myself. Hey, let's see what the Minnesota Twins are doing. If we can get this win and they lose and they are tied at zeros at the end of second, we could be honestly within. I know it'd be nuts, but we would be within 2.5 games. Can you believe that? We would be within 2.5 games. That's absolutely nuts. Isn't that crazy? 2.5 games. Unreal. All right, so we go bottom 10. I am definitely probably not doing a post game after this. God, we're now at 3 hours exactly from first pitch. This has been such a long game. Feels like one of those Monday Night Football games that I got to get ready for coming up here in just a couple months. All right, let's go. Let's go. So, Clase, who's really struggled to save games, is coming in for the Guardians. And let's see if he just can't get it done. Oh, yeah, just get it done, baby. One time. Just get it done. That's all I'm asking you. Right? Just get it done one little time. One time. Come on. So here we go. Welcome in. Bottom 10. Guardians 9. New York 7. Runner on second. I don't think I ever moved him off a second, but it doesn't matter. Clase. 23 games. 1-3 record. 2.82 ERA. 5 walks, 14 strikeouts. But he's blown 4 saves, and I want to say 3 of them have been at least 2-run leads. So let's see what he does here. The ghost runner is going to be Beatty. That is the 5-hole hitter. So you're going to have 6, 7, and 8 coming up for the Mets. That's Marte, Benitez, and Canna. And Marte is 0 for 3, and he was hit by a pitch. He took a ball 1. It's 1-0 to him. Again, all you have to do with this guy is throw it in the dirt. Oh my God. Please tell me that stays in the ballpark. A deep fly ball to right, and Brennan is going to catch that, and Beatty is going to tag over. So there's going to be a runner on third, but there is 1 out. And all you got to worry about right now is the guy at the plate. Just don't give up a home run. That was closer than I would have liked. Benitez is coming up. Awesome, Nave. That's awesome, buddy. Sweet. What position do you play? There's a ground ball single, and now it's 9-8. Oh, my God. I can't with this team. I literally struggle to... I swear to God, if there's a home run walk-off here, I might not come back Sunday. I might not come back Sunday if we lose this game. I mean, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? I'm struggling to find hope, and this is what I knew was coming and I didn't want to see. Vogelbach, who's got power, who's a lefty against a righty, he's coming into this game, and I know him very well from his days with the Mariners. He's come over to the Mets. He hasn't been as great, but I'll tell you right now, he can hit home runs. Runner on first. Clase with 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th, and it's now a 9-8 game. That's 100 miles an hour off of the plate. Oh, gotcha, Nave. Gotcha. That's cool. So, 1-0. Bottom 10. Runner on first. The pitch to Vogelbach, that is he shakes his head like everybody's been shaking his head. That is a strike called, but that was not a strike thrown. Vogelbach with 1 out here. And a runner on. 1 swing of the bat, and the Mets win. And they're going to take off, and that is going to be into center field. And it's going to be safe at second, and he doesn't advance to third. Too bad, too, for the Mets. Escobar, the pinch runner there, then could have got home on a sac fly. But now a single ties the game. So now a single ties the game, and we're going to have to sweat this out. This is just common Guardians baseball. True and true. Every single time they have a lead. Good backup by the center fielder there to not allow Escobar to go. And they're going to... Clase strikes out Vogelbach, and that is nice. 2 down. 2 down, and will Alvarez get the bat? That's what we're waiting to see. Will Alvarez get to bat? Wow, Vogelbeck did not look good on that swing, by the way. So, runner on second, 2 down, bottom 10. Guardians with a 9-8 lead. And we're going to get a pitching visit here. It's going to be Clase talking to Gallagher, talking to Arias. If I'm them, this is what I'm saying. Hey, you screw this up quite a bit. Maybe this time, get the save. I can't believe, by the way, Clase's ERA is 2 in the 2s. That is super surprising to me, considering how many blown saves he's had. I just don't get that. It's nuts. So here we go. It is going to be Alvarez who has a home run today. And he's going to foul one off down the right field line. So 0-1 to Alvarez. 2 strikes away. Let's go. Come on. The pitch. Ooh, strike 2 right there on the outside corner. That was a strike thrown, and it was a strike called finally. Let's go, baby. Let's go. The 0-2. 1 strike away. Come on, Clase. 1 time, baby. And it's a ground ball. Oh, it's a single. Escobar going for home. And they're going to wave him. And there's no... Oh, my God. Quan throws it over the... What the... are we doing? God, it is a tie ball game with a runner on second. And again, Clase blows the lead. Absolutely. This is so ridiculous. I need something to throw. And I can't throw it at anything. I have TVs and a computer. Ah! God! This is absolutely fucking ridiculous with this team. It's 9-9, 2 outs, still a runner on second as Alvarez, kind of a single through third, a good dive by Ramirez, couldn't get to it. I don't know what Quan's doing. He threw it about, 40 feet over the head of Gallagher at home. And now we have the leadoff hitter who's 0 for 4 and a single wins the game. This is absolutely ridiculous. And Gallagher just took one off the hand, and unfortunately that's going to probably make Mike Zunino play tomorrow. God. Get a Nerf ball. I have a Nerf ball. It's just downstairs. But even with that said, I'd probably break something. Because I want to throw something so bad. If you guys are coming in out of pure pity, hit the like button for me. I just don't know what to do with this team anymore. Clase, when he gets a 2-run lead, continues to blow saves, time in and time out. It's getting to the point where you're like, really, man? Really? I just don't get it. I just don't understand what do we need to do? What do we need to do to become a better team? Is it pitching? Is it coaching? They're looking at Gallagher. This sucks, man. And on top of this now, Gallagher got injured on a pitch that he shouldn't even had to have caught because we shouldn't be in this position. And if he's injured and Zunino comes back up, I'm going to be beside myself. It's just absolutely going to kill me. Oh, man. So, 0-2. To the leadoff hitter for the Mets. We're going to the 11th. We could lose the game. Clase, there's a ground ball. It's going to be a hard play. He is safe at first, and now there's runners at first and third. And now a wild pitch wins the game. Unreal. Unreal. 2 outs, runners on the corners for the Mets. And now, unfortunately, the guy who left your team And I don't think was a happy camper about it. And Frankie Lindor is now going to have a chance to end it against... I mean, this is ridiculous. Mr. Kingman, exactly. I am furious. This is a Tarkanian towel to bite on. I like it, Billy Joe. I like it. There's a single, and we lost the game. First pitch. Fuck, this is ridiculous. I'm done. I'm so done! Guys, it's been a great night. I'm out. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm coming back Sunday. I'm going to really have to think about it. I'll make you a deal. I'll be back here Sunday night if we win tomorrow. I don't know what... I don't know what to do. I absolutely don't know what to do with this team. This is so ridiculous. This is just... You have a 5-run lead... And then you have a 4-run lead going into the bottom of the 7th, and you lose 10-9. I'm done. I don't have words. I will see you maybe all on Sunday. I'm gonna have to think about it because I don't feel like I'm gonna waste. Like I wasted time I could be spending with my wife. I wasted 3.5 hours. I could have been spent with my wife, and now you know what I'm doing? I'm sitting here yelling at 2 TVs. One of which the Guardians blew. They had a 5-run lead, they had a 4-run lead, they had a 2-run lead. Ridiculous. Good night.